Hey y'all, welcome to the Chaotic Wonderful channel. We're going to be rocking some very exciting Starfinder action for y'all this evening. But before we get into the game, well, let's start off by introducing our cast. So from each of y'all, all I need from y'all right now at least is who you are, your pronouns, and where people can find you, anything you have to promote. So let's start things off with Wombat with Joel on deck.
Well, hello everybody. As always, it is your lovely King Dapper Wombat here. Pronouns are he, him, and as always, I always just love to promote my podcast, Tales of Adventure, Agents of Boo.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Wombat. Let's kick it over to Joel with Justin on deck.
Hi, I'm Joel, and I am very nervous, but I typically use they, them pronouns. You can usually find me on Twitter as ZX as I said, which is mostly just for talking about the things that I like and promoting the things that I do.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Joel. We're very excited for you to GM for us tonight. Let's kick it over to Justin with Xtel on deck.
Hi, my name is Justin. I use he, they, and I also don't know what I'm doing here. I can be found on Twitter, Tensei Dragon, TENSEIDRAGON, and I primarily play known liability Nadira Kosain Amber on the Bard Rock Cafe podcast.
Oh, whoa, that sounds fantastic. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, Justin. Let's kick it over to Xtel with me on deck.
Hi, I'm Xtel. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me over on Twitter at Extra the King. You can also find me on Talking XP, where I play a Tiefling Paladin for a Curse of Strahd campaign.
Hell yeah.
And I'm excited to be here. It's going to be a fun time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I'm Matt, he, him pronouns. You can find me anywhere as Improv and D&D. And now, wow, I kick it on over to Joel, our wonderful, illustrious GM of the evening. Take it away, Joel.
All right. Hold on. Sweaty palms.
Knees weak, arms are heavy.
I already have mom spaghetti on my sleeve already. Hello. Hi.
Love it.
Our story isn't going to begin in an orthodox way because usually we start with our character. But today we start with our setting, which is really just as important a character as our players and their uses. The space station Sarenrae has gone dark. It's literally and figurative. Over the last 3 or so weeks, there has been no communications going in or out of the space station. Nobody knows what's happened, but right before the radio silence began, a cacophony of sounds were heard throughout the nearby systems. Calls of help, of confusion, voices of families screaming for help that didn't seem to connect with anybody. Rescue vessels have been sent to help, but they have been unable to connect with the space station due to the fact that every connecting ship, escape pod, and even certain sections of that space station have been ejected and have created a field of debris that normal-sized ships are not able to traverse. The person in charge of the space station has some connections to a particular company whose name I never actually came up with. But it's probably something like Rainforest. And they decided to hire a particular band of mercenaries whose ships are sleeker and smaller than the usual ships. That is all of you. You're able to traverse the field of debris relatively easily. And within minutes of arriving at space of this space station, you dock. The door or the pathway to the space station opens, and beyond is nothing but silence and darkness. And so, we'll begin. Who would like to introduce their character first? I will pick if nobody says anything.
It's like, oh, please, everybody, don't talk at once. You know what? I will go. I will go. So as the door swings open, you see a shadow come across the ground as the elevator, I suppose, that leads into this entryway is illuminated by the light overhead. And as you see the shadow come across the cold, still space station, you hear the sounds and the clinking of heavy boots, of metal and leather. And as the camera pans up, you see it pans up a little too far and then proceeds to pan back down 3 feet. And you see this armored titan, I should say, with 6 arms, 6 small but nimble arms. You see one of the arms on the top left has a small bracer that you would think that projects into a shield, and on the 2 bottom arms carries a long rifle-like weapon. You see as they take their right arm and clicks to the back of their helmet to collapse it, you see this Skittermander with blue fur, but you see heavily scarred with bits and plates of metal, signifying broken bones that have yet to be fully healed and conjoined. You see High Inquisitor Scruttle, or Hiss for short, step aboard and kind of take a survey. And as you see a mote of pure sunfire stays just about 3 inches away from his head and is just making a small orbit. As he looks back to the rest of his companions, he goes, "All right, team, stay close. I don't like the look of this. This is silent and too silent. Rackies, you know what to do."
Yeah. And I'll take that as my cue. Rakis is a little bit behind the group. He's still enjoying a nice little microwaved space burrito, but he's trying to catch up. He has the same sort of blue fur that Heath has, but is noticeably not quite as scarred, not as adept and as trained in the physical up close combat as Heath has been. But Rakis is running forward, like just mid bite. He's got a blue leather jacket on, black turtleneck, and he's got just a side arm. I mean, he's not the best when it comes to getting in the thick of things, but he'll always be there for his twin as well as his people here. And as he moves forward, he says, "Is everything okay?"
It's just too quiet here. I don't like it.
And as the two of you are standing in this entry space, with what little light you can see into this docking area, essentially, that looks to be like a cross between, like those chairs that you see at an airport where you wait for boarding or you wait for people to pick you up, with a kind of restaurant food place. This is clearly meant to be a place where there's a lot of people, a lot of movement, but as far as the light goes, there is not a single sign of anything that is was or could be living.
Hiss is going to yell, or just kind of like yell behind his shoulders, like, "Hey, you two, get out here! You might want to see this."
As the sort of eerie silence wafts over everything, a small explosion is heard from inside the craft that we just came from.
Hiss deploys his
Out.
shield.
Out walks Jack, just. Ugh. Well, I can fix it, but
What did you do this time,
look, it's just
Jack?
a small explosion.
What?
It's fine. I can fix it. Give me 10 minutes. We got other things to do later. We'll find this person. We'll go back to the ship. I'll fix it. We'll leave.
Jeopardize our means of escape.
What are we escaping from?
I don't know, and I don't think any of us want to find out.
No, I think it'll be fine. He said it's a 10-minute problem, so that's not a problem. We can deal with it.
If he's that rich and powerful saying it's 10 minutes, it ain't a 10-minute problem.
You're right. There's 4 of us. It's a 2-minute problem.
And you see just Scruttle just like looks like you know that Scruttle gives you that like inquisitor stare from time to time, but he's like, fine, as long as it doesn't jeopardize if we need to run.
No. There's nothing out here anyway. It's fine.
There's something out here,
You always say that.
and I'm always right 95% of the time.
The camera then pans back into the ship, also where we just came from. And you see smoke rising in the air as the camera's above. It goes down, and you see another Skittermander with a scar down his right eye, purple fur, and in a skin-tight suit to show off his muscles with his 6 arms. And he slams down a hand because he was just playing poker with one of the robots on the ship. Crap. All right. I'm coming. Takes out a cigar and throws it down, stomps on it. I'll beat you next time.
The probability of you defeating me is 0.0000000.
Never tell
One.
me the odds.
We've done it. We've done
Very
it. First
well.
one in the night.
And he stands up, and he's wearing heavy combat boots. He has a pistol on his hip and what looks like 2, something that's hold like 2 pockets that are attached to his hips. All right, what are we doing? I got a hot date tonight. Can we wrap this up?
Ooh, the card table of the robot.
I date not organic things, not organic things. Look, just can we get this over with?
All right. Does everybody remember our objective?
Yeah. We gotta find the girl, right?
Find the engineer and safely escort her from where she is back to the ship and get off this as fast and efficiently as possible.
Okay. Same thing. More words.
More words, more details, more explanation means we need to plan.
All right.
And you see Scruttle is just kind of like looking around. Looks like a mall or a food court of something. But again, I don't see anything, and that kind of scares me a little bit. So everybody stay close, stick together, because we don't know what's going to be on here. Understood?
Yeah.
Mm,
Yes, sir.
all right.
As
Everybody-
you-
Rakis definitely nods, but he's looking, hearing the words food court. He's looking for like some sort of remnants of a pretzel maker or something.
You're looking for an Ange Pretzels
Yes.
or a Wetzel's Pretzel. Wetzel's Pretzels would be around in like the whatever Starfinder light year it is.
Oh,
You know what?
absolutely.
It is my reality, and I want those shitty pretzels to continue existing.
Yes.
So I'll say that there is one, but can you roll me a perception to see if you can find any pretzels?
Oh, I'm
First
on
roll
it.
of the night. Let's go.
Yes. That's a natural one, baby.
Oh,
Oh, man.
buddy.
We're getting it all out now.
Yep, get it out. Get it out.
You realize as you kind of around and begin to like look that there is no food left on this food. Not just on the pretzel stand, but this entire section of the ship, of the space station, has no food. And as you all step away from the ship, the the latch closes, and the light that had been shining in the section all goes out except for Hiss's little swing.
Mhm.
No, that's
All
not
right.
good.
No, it's not. Everybody pull out your flashlights. Stay close to the light.
Sure.
So, what do you
Chance,
want
you're
to
in the
do?
back. Jack, Racky's, you're in the middle. All right.
All right.
Yep. I'm used to pulling up the rear.
Mm. All right. We move
So,
out, team.
where are you going to go?
I'm assuming this is, again, from it how it described, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but it does seem like a entrance slash almost like a big welcome center slash marketplace.
Correct.
I would assume that this place would have maybe like one of those giant mall directories to be like, you are here, and maybe seeing if we can find something like that.
It indeed has one of those. Anybody who wants to, throw me a perception check or investigation. I don't know if investigation is in Starfinder, but
I have perception check.
It's in that one.
I say I'm very bad at perception.
No.
All right.
For a total of 2.
All right, let me pull up my
I mean,
dice.
Rakis is probably just telling Chance all about the cinnamon sugar pretzels that unfortunately aren't here.
No, yeah, they
You're
sound,
like, oh yeah, they're just
sound
so
delicious.
good.
Oh, they are.
There. All right. You said perception check?
Yeah. Just kind of to keep your eyes open as you're
yeah.
searching for this.
18 plus 7, so that is going to be a 25.
That is more than enough. You do, as you begin to walk through the really only like openly available path, there's a couple of like crew doors that lead deep into the bowels of the ship. Heavens know what direction. But as you continue to the normal regular path, it's a little bit difficult to not notice just how silent it is. Because as you're walking, you hear Rakiz and Chance having a conversation about pretzels right behind you. And it seems to echo all the way out and then back again. Like there is just silence of the maximum capacity you can imagine. But you do eventually come into what looks to be a central, more like a central section of this side of the space station, and there is in fact a map that is in front of you. And it seems to point to the bottom of the space station for engineer.
Let's see.
That would be about 3 or 4 floors below.
Jack, in your professional experience, what do you think? My idea is at the very least, we should probably try and establish some sort of communication line. At the very least, maybe see if we can get something up and running.
I mean, that's if something's going to go wrong, but engineer would be in engineering, right?
Right.
I think that's the first place we look.
You hear the first time anything other than dip with you. Here, you can try to make a perception check to see if you understand what this is, what you hear. But you hear something very far away, and very much lower than your current position.
Rolled a 4 on that.
Okay. It's just a sound. You can't really make out what it is.
That's probably her.
Gonna be an 8. An 8 plus 7, that's going to be a 15 total.
Okay. You can't quite tell what it is or what they're saying, but it sounds like a person.
You know, we could just call out her name. Do we know her name?
Ridley.
I'm sorry, what? Can you say it a little bit louder for the people in back?
Her name is Amanda Ridley. Ridley.
Ridley, not Rip. Okay.
Ridley.
Just wanted to check.
Ridley.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Ridley. Yeah.
How many E's is that?
So it's like 5 E's, and then there's 2 more, but there's like 2 more E's at the end between the L and the Y.
So it's Amanda Ridley is what I'm saying.
Yes, yeah.
Amanda
exactly.
Ridley. Okay.
Yeah,
Ridley.
totally legally distinct from anything
Ridley,
else. I mean,
Yeah, of course. Ridley.
God.
Chance just kind of looks around. He has another cigar for some reason. You don't know when he got it.
Mhm.
And you just see in the dark light just a bright circle as he pulls from it. And he's kind of like, this don't feel right.
This is pressurized, right? I don't think you should do that.
I don't know. You know, I've lived through a lot of things, so.
Yeah, and I think you want to live through not getting blown up by a cigar on an abandoned space station.
All right,
You,
fine. And he
as
I'm
you're-
just feeling that lucky chance. Put it out.
throws it down.
as you all turn around to continue talking about what's happening, you see that right next to Chance there is a no smoking sign.
Never tell me the rules.
Awkwardly at his height, so it would be crotch height for normal people.
And it
But for
looks
some reason, it's
exactly
just
like
red.
Chance.
Yeah. It's specifically a Skittermender with a circle around it in the middle of smoking with a cross. Like no Skittermender smoking specifically.
They know their customers.
I forgot this is where I went that time I got banned from.
You hear another sound. But this one is even further. It's lower and it's further away. In the same general direction.
You want me to go check that out or something?
If you go check it out, we all need to go check it out. Nobody goes by themselves. We need to move as a team. We can go check it out, or we can stick with the original plan of going to engineering and see what we can find.
Whatever you say, boss.
If she's right there, then we don't have to go, 4 floors away, 3 floors away?
But we don't know if that's her or not.
One way to find
Hey.
out.
Hey, Ridley, is that you?
Is that you? Is that you? Is that you?
I say we stick to go to engineering, at the very least, just to make sure and confirm. And if not, then we can go check out the sound.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right.
As we're going, Chance doesn't walk backwards like completely, but he kind of like side. He turns slightly so that he can quickly turn his head to see behind them, but he's still like facing forwards. But he's trying to keep an eye out in case whatever that was a bad thing.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Ooh, I'm good at those. Yeah.
You can do it.
Oh, cool. I got a 10 this time on the die, so that's a total of 11.
Hey.
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
Never mind. You continue your journey towards engine. And the eerie sounds just continue. You don't see anybody. There isn't even like there's nothing that seems to indicate that anything has come. You get to the elevators, can't reach the button. But even if you could, there is no power to the space station. The space station is not functional at this point. You're surviving because you're Skittermanders, and I want this one shot to happen. But you continue, you move on a little bit further, you get to the stairs, open the door, you hear the of the echoing of this door opening sound, echoing up and down an empty stairwell. Step in, close the door. Even with a flashlight, the darkness feels almost oppressive. To the point where it's almost like if you're not paying attention to the light, it almost dims with just how dark and desolate this section of the ship is. But there doesn't seem to be anything overt about your surroundings. You continue to get your way down the stairs. You pass one section, you pass another. But as you get to the third floor, find that the stairway is blocked. Stairway that leads down into engineering. There's just debris in the way. It looks like there were just a bunch of people threw a bunch of shit into the space.
That might either be a really good thing or a really bad thing. Is would we be able to like move the debris or something? Will we be able to
You can certainly try.
Okay, I definitely think I definitely think Hiss is going to see if he can try and move some of this debris.
Okay. You and anybody who wants to make strength checks for me.
Assist. I will also do it.
I'm strong.
Right.
I'm strong. Let's do it.
Just regular strength. No, none of the skills.
Is there a skill?
Is there a
There's
what?
athletics.
Yeah, there's athletics.
You could parkour it if you wanted, something like this. Or what is it, gymnast? If you want to try to bypass it or just move things and balance things in such a way as to just make enough space for 3 foot tall furry creatures to make it through, you're welcome to try. So you could add your acrobatics if that's specifically what.
Okay, yeah, I'll give it a try.
Oh no.
That's all right. I got a synthetic 20 if we're using athletics.
Nice.
I got a 2, so that's a 9. My armor is just weighing me down.
That's 2 failures and 1 success. Excel, what you got?
I got a 9 on the die, and I'm just going for moving stuff, so it's a total of 13.
13. Okay. You're able to get some of the smaller stuff out of the way. But there's a couple of the bigger things that are proving too hard, even for your rugged selves to move.
Yeah.
But
Damn, these boxes are too tall.
But I do believe in failing forward. And I want you guys to see it. You move enough out of the way that there is a section through which you can squeeze through, but it becomes a one-way test. You can get to engineering, but you will have to find another way back.
Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Used to one-way trips.
It's a little tight. You kind of have to win it to pull your way through. His, with the armor, kind of gets stuck a little bit,
Yeah.
but you make it
Sorry.
through enough.
I can do it. I got it. Just
I like
give me a
try to
second.
hold it up a ton, like as much as I can. Just like, no, hurry up. Okay, this is heavy.
I'm
What is
coming.
this?
Yep.
A
Yep. No,
blender?
I'm coming. Nope. It's just all my armor. Yep. Just all my armor.
And then out the other side. And it's a relatively substantial fall. It's about 10 feet to the ground from this point because it's on a ladder, or it's an incline. But you guys are agile. You guys are mercenaries. You've done this kind of work before. I'm not going to even make you roll. You land. Some a little bit more wobbly than others. But you land at the bottom of the stairwell. In front of you, door with a plaque next to it that just says engineering.
Okay. Looks like we're in the right spot.
Yeah.
Question. Chance.
Yes.
Are you still paying attention behind you?
Yeah, I've been trying to this whole time.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Perception. Yay, that's way better than 19 on the die, so 20 total. 32.
Okay. As you were making it through the hole, you see something in the gleam of the flashlight, just something soft, something moving and stopping suddenly. And then you drop.
Chance, you all right back there? Get your head in the game.
I just thought I saw something that was creepy. Some moving. I might just saw one of the boxes fall. I wouldn't worry about it, or maybe do probably worry about it, but
None of the other of you, by the way, heard a box fall. There was just the sound of you guys going through the hole. Nothing else.
Probably some more of that debris just falling.
Yeah,
That's
Right
what
to
I'm gonna
whatever
choose to
gods we
believe.
believe in, that is exactly the case.
yeah. Hopefully that box doesn't show up again. Anyway, how do we want to do this?
Well, we have I suppose we have a engineer on our side, and I look at Jack. You think you find a way to rig these doors to open?
Oh, of course. And I didn't even describe what Jack looks like when I did the intro. He's got
better late than never. Go ahead.
a prosthetic cybernetic arm that he taps a little bit onto, and a whole slew of tools pops out of it in front of his hands, and he just picks them off and starts working on this door.
Are you trying to lockpick it or something?
I
How are you working on the door?
don't know science stuff.
Science stuff. Okay.
Science.
Make a science roll.
Science.
I mean, I got two things that say science in them.
Whichever
I'm
one you
hoping for,
think is the most applicable.
Engineering, probably.
Sure. I think that's the most applicable since this is the door to engineering. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
If it was the door to medicine, it'd be a medicine check. And if it was the door
I
to
would-
stealth, it'd be,
Honestly, I would allow it.
That was. Hey, get out of the way. My cat's in my only dice rolling area.
Well, it's now the
Uh,
cat's dice roll. So
22.
okay, in all of your engineering experience, there is this phenomenon that this door has. That is, it's a very common phenomenon. It's just not a lot of people draw attention to it. The door is unlocked.
It is,
And,
of course, the third thing that he tries.
That's right. You try
Gordo's just
removing
like,
its little.
Have you tried just opening the door? Have you tried just opening the door?
Yep. And eventually you try it and it opens. Yeah. And as you open it, it just echoes.
Hmm.
But then a very putrid scent. It's the scent that as travelers and warriors recognize. The scent of death and decay.
Hmm.
And as you flash your light into the space, you see bundled corpses. Many lining up the space with just enough space for anybody to walk through, but it's body upon body upon body, wrapped up. Clearly some sort of makeshift, let's just put the bodies away.
Hmm. Can I make a perception or maybe a mysticism check to see if there's any special like ritual tag on the bodies? Like even though they're makeshift, they're all still wrapped up, and I want to know if there are any specific burial rites to see maybe if like there's a reason why they're wrapped up instead of like put in an incinerator or something like that.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Make it whichever one of the two you want. I'm okay with it.
I am going to use I'm gonna use mysticism because I think that makes the most sense.
Mhm.
So yeah, mysticism. That's gonna be a 13 plus 8, so that's gonna be a 21.
Dang.
Sweet. You are aware of that there are different ways for rituals to take place when it comes to funeral rites. Some individuals like to do just regular cremations.
Mhm.
Others prefer the more Viking style ejection from the ship and just let it drift into the nearest sun type
Mhm.
of thing. All of these bodies are some of these bodies are wrapped up like they're going to be ejected,
Okay.
but then the further or the closer ones to the door, the ones that you recognize as the ones that are newest,
Mhm.
they're just wrapped in blankets and just about anything that anybody can find.
Mhm.
And because of how high the roll is, you get the sense that these are the people who died while the space station was already going through all the shit. So there wasn't a time to be able to make it's that weird. Something was happening while this was going on, and the people thought this was the best way to get the deaths out of the way.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna point that out to the team. Go like, there's a timeline here. Whatever was happening on the ship, and I kind of point to more of the. Thank you, microphone. My microphone wants to fall on me. 1 second.
It's all right.
There we go. Looks like these are more recent. They're more haphazardly wrapped in other that people could find. That's what worries me. Because whatever was going on with the ship influenced this as well. So the quicker we find this Amanda, quicker we get out of here. Understood?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right. And you see Scruttle, excuse me, kind of like takes a look at the bodies and kind of does a prayer of purification. He doesn't like do anything, like there's no magical effect, but he just kind of says a quick prayer to the sun.
Okay. Do you proceed into the engineering section?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. You begin to make your way by flashlight to what is essentially a graveyard at this point. This room is not the only room that is filled with bodies. You go into the next room, and there are several piles of bodies as well. Well, not piles, but they're the same. It's the same thing, just in a different room. You come across an intersection eventually that seems to lead deeper into this space. And you get the feeling that while up above certain sections of this or different levels or for different things, down here, all of this is engineering. This is where all of the machinery is tucked away so it doesn't bother anybody else. This is where all the AC units, all of the more industrial machinery that is needed, the repairs, the tools, anything that is needed is down here. And as you continue to make your way down into these tunnels, through these tunnels, you hear very clearly a male voice say, "Who goes there?" And it just seems to echo around. Who goes there? Who goes there? Who goes there?
Tell everybody. I just like put up the signal to kind of like tell everybody to hold up.
Chance whispers. What's going on?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the end of it.
Yeah.
You want me to call out?
I mean, we should answer, right?
Yeah.
No, we were told this Amanda was alone. Right? That's clearly not Amanda.
Garl is just kind of like prepping. You see, he kind of like takes the mote off his head and just kind of holds the light in his hand. Hello?
Then your word, your hello echoes just a little bit before the voice of a child replies with, "Hello?" And it too echoes.
There's a kid.
Mhm. Mhm.
Identify yourself. And the mote is starting to kind of burn a little hot in his hand.
You hear, "Hey, stop," from another voice.
Question for the DM.
Yes,
You said there were bodies everywhere, correct?
correct.
Are there any bodies near us at the moment?
You would be in a hallway at this point. So
No,
There-
don't say that.
there are some like offshoot rooms which would have bodies, but in this hallway there is no body. Besides the four of you that you can see in.
Is there a room next to me? I'm in the back, right? Is there a room that's not like let's say like, is there a room like 10, 20 feet away?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Now, I'll lean into Jack, who's in front of me, I believe, and say, "I'll be right back." And then I'll go off into the room. I'm looking for a body.
Wait, where are you?
Do you
Okay.
have a light?
Yeah.
All right. So for the rest of you, you see Chance walk into the darkness and into a different room. Chance, you walk into a room filled with corpses.
I just want to check the injuries, like what killed them.
Okay. Are you going to unwrap one of the corpses to see?
They're all wrapped?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Get up close. You lean a little bit. You begin to unwrap it. And nothing happens. The corpse doesn't move, nothing happens. You unwrap it, and you see balls.
Wrap it back
Just okay. Now, everybody outside, something interesting happens because you hear the first voice in the exact same cadence say, "Who goes there?" As it echoes, but it's not necessarily from the same direction. Now it sounds like it's kind of behind you.
Hiss is just clutching his solar moat, and he is just kind of listening, and he's going to just kind of turn around slowly.
Okay. As you turn around, a light down the path. You see Chance walking out of a room next to you. But you don't see anything beyond Chance. Assuming, sorry, Excel, are you leaving the room or are you just gonna,
Well, I had wrapped it back up. I assumed you were cutting, so I thought this was going on while I was in there. But yeah, if I can leave the room, I will.
I imagine unwrapping it wasn't gonna take too long. So
Yeah, I wanted to check the injuries, saw moths, and I was like, not for me. And
Okay.
yeah,
all right.
left. Yeah.
So you do not see Chance coming out of the room, but you do not see anything else. Do you? And then Chance emerges from the room into your beam of light.
Yeah. Why don't you point that thing?
Jack, is there, I mean, does it seem like there'd be an intercom system that might be still up? That voice sounded like it was coming from there and then there, and it was like the same.
Jack kind of scans the ceiling a little bit to see if they passed under like an obvious speaker.
There doesn't seem to be any speakers within sight. But
No,
I will give you that the intersection you passed earlier did have a speaker set. You would know enough about engineering to know that these are generally put in intersections so that the sound carries as far as it needs to go.
I mean, we passed one over there, so I think like maybe it came from there
Right.
because it came from in front of us before, and now it's behind. So
Okay.
maybe.
Okay.
I want to try something.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I need to make sure this is actually correct if I can actually do this, because I sure am a Solarian, and this is one of the things that I can do.
Yeah.
And chances are, if you told me something that you couldn't do and it's cool enough, I'll also tell you can do it anyway.
Great.
I just need to see.
Oh,
where-
I'd like to win. Can we just?
yeah, I just like to win as a standard.
Well,
action.
see,
Can I
the
just do
problem
that?
there is that I would let it happen if that was a thing that could happen with enchantment,
Oh.
but because there is no winning in real life, there is no winning.
I see. My
Oh,
mistake.
ouch.
My mistake. Okay. That was
If it
my
happens
fault.
in
That
the
was my
game, it
fault.
happens for real.
No. Within
You
reason.
heard it, chat. Life is only losing.
Listen, I can just talk
maybe not.
about my experience, all right? And I'm a big ass loser. I'm kidding. I love myself. Don't worry.
Stop it. We don't do that here. We don't put ourselves down here.
You hear the girl voice again. Hello?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna see if I can try. I'm trying to look for the specific property, but at this point, I think Hiss is gonna be like, I said reveal yourself, and if you will not, I will show you the light. And Hiss is going to essentially photon attune, and I want to see if I can use luminescent inquisition.
I'm sure you can, but can you read me what it does so I know that whether it works or not?
Sure. So this is one of my photon. These are one of my stellar revelations for being a Solarian. I can use this.
Sure.
So it lasts for only about one round, but that's also so when I photo attune, I'm fully attuned, but I also gain 1 point of attunement. But luminescent inquisition says your light shines upon your enemies and reveals the truth. As a move action, you can grant a weapon you wield, including your solar weapon or unarmed attacks, the aura weapon special property. It lasts for 1 round or until you leave photon mode, whichever comes first. While you are attuned or fully attuned, your weapon also gains the demoralized critical hit in addition to its normal critical hit effect. I'm just trying to find the Aurora special weapon property, because at the very least to me, that sounds like I can just emote light in a specific area, but I didn't know for sure. So that's why I wanted to
Listen, we
check.
go off the vibes here. You do the thing. It's okay. Everything begins to glow. You see X amount of measurement down the path. I think it should be maximum 60 feet of light all around you. You do not see everything.
Okay. Yeah, but at this point you see that like Hiss has this beautiful moat that he kind of like crushed into his hand has now reformed and is now this blazing warhammer made out of pure sun flame. And you see where his armor was, the crevices start to kind of roar and lick with flame. His bluish fur now kind of glows this superheated yellow or superheated orange. You see his eyes are glowing a bright gold. And you see that Hiss is on high alert.
Because of the fact that this is sunlight, you do hear 2 things. Or rather, you notice 2 things. As the light pushes back, it's almost like the darkness has tendrils that are squirming away from. And then the second thing you hear is another voice, completely different from the ones you've heard so far, of a woman saying, "No, stop!" And that's all you get within this light radius.
I am going to kind of have my head snap to that voice that I heard, "No, stop." And I am going to is coming from where? I'm sorry?
From behind you.
From behind you. Okay. I'm going to turn my head to everybody and go, "I'm not going to have long to hold this up. Do you want to dash there or no?"
Sure. And you see Chance kind of like squat down like in a runner's position and just take off.
Everybody move. And yeah, I'm going to follow suit.
All right. Just to clarify, you're running away from the voice.
Oh,
or you're running
away.
towards the voice. I'm asking you.
Oh, I was running towards the voice that said no, stop.
Okay. So that's behind you. Begin to run straight for the voice. And you're bringing your light with you. it still looks like you're pushing away the darkness. You get to just beyond, before the intersection you saw, and because you guys are fast, you do see something swish its way around the corner and away. It looked decidedly non-human.
As we see that, Chance doesn't stop running.
Okay.
He's running, and when he gets to the corner, he pulls out his pistol and just shoots.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is everybody else going to keep running? Because depending on what amount of flight he has, the things are going to change.
Yeah.
So, are you going to continue? Are you going to stop with the thing? Like, what's happening with everybody else?
Is with this thing, does it feel like it's reacting to light, or is it specifically because it's hisses sunlight?
You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. You can't quite tell.
Okay, then Jack is going to use dancing lights. He's going to basically like pull these 4 little glowing orbs from like a chest pocket on his suit, toss them forward, and they'll all kind of hover about 30 or 40 feet in front of us, just kind of emitting light out in front to try and see if we can catch a look at anything.
Okay. In that case, Chance, you get to attack normally.
Okay.
Because there will be illumination. However, I will say that because of that, Jack isn't going to get to see the creature, because we're going off of the assumption that everybody's full sprinting and you're slowing down to cast your men.
That's fair, yeah.
Okay.
That's a total of 28.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. And that is
We'll
kinetic?
say this is an arc pistol, static, so it's electrical,
So it's electrical.
unless
Okay.
electricity. So
Nice,
it's a
nice.
28 to hit total. I rolled a 19 on the die with +9.
That hits. Roll damage.
That takes 9 points of electrical demolition.
Sorry, how many? 9?
9. 1d6 +3. I rolled max.
Puts me at that. All right, so the 3 of you that are still running, you turn around the corner just in time to watch as Chance just pot shot. Pot shots? That's a word. Just
Yeah, pot
toss
shot.
pot
Yeah, he
shots around the corner.
He's just running. He
Skitter
doesn't
shots.
almost doesn't even stop. Just kind of as he's running, pulls out his gun and just shoots down the hallway.
You manage
Cool
to
guys don't
you
look at
see.
explosions or gunshots.
I mean, yeah. You see that it nicks this, whatever it is, in what looks to be a clawed leg as it goes into a vent and disappears out of view. But you got enough view to recognize this as a lizard/crocodile type looking creature with a long tail that's tipped by a barbed spike of some sort. And it looks to be at least human sized, if not larger.
He just puts his gun back in his holster and he's like, that was weird. I nicked it.
And then you hear as the blood of this creature begins to
I knew it.
melt the metal beneath it.
Oh, that's interesting to find out. Okay, cool. Don't let it bleed on you.
Mm.
Generally good advice, yeah.
Yeah.
That means we can kill it.
As it disappears into the vents, an emergency light above you pops the light, and then you see it this section suddenly begins to hum with power. In the intercom that is right above you, you hear a voice. Hey, are you guys supposed to be my rescue team? I need you to get to the communication center immediately. things are not going well here.
Since we passed that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
what did you say?
Just saying, do we pass that? Or is it like
In doubt, you always check the communications room.
And we remember on the map where the communications room is.
Every section has its own comms system. So she would be referring to the engineering comms system.
Okay. Is that back in the way we came, or is this going?
That's the way you were going.
Okay, so we got to turn back around.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
You hear her. She begins to say something, but it cuts out as power goes out. And she goes, "You hear? Can't fill you in through the comms. Power is."
And you see Squirtle just kind of grunts and kind of like does that like Akira style like skid, and you kind of hear his claws trying to catch on the metal, and he just starts skittering the other way. Follow me, stay in the light. I don't have much time with this.
Yeah. Whichever way he's going, Jack's gonna like push the lights out to in front of us again.
Right.
Where they're pretty much going to stay. They're pretty much going to stay oriented approximately 30 to 40 feet ahead of the group if we're moving.
All right. So you begin to book it in the other way. I'm not going to make you roll to figure out where comms is, because these are more modular stations. So I'm assuming if you've been in our space stations, if you've been in one, you kind of know the general layout. You know why.
Yeah, everybody's been on a space station. You know where the comms are. Because everybody's had the experience of being on a space station.
Yeah. Plus, Jack is an engineer. Jack would know.
Yeah, of course.
And you begin to make your way. You don't seem to find anything else to bother you in the path. But as you get to the door to comms, you see something interesting. The closer you get to comms, the more you see little holes on the ground. And right outside the door, there is a larger section that just seems to have melted off. But there it
they
is.
tried to fight back?
Not for long. Yeah, no, I'm full Inquisitor mode. Like, I'm ready to be like, I shall knock heretic. It's time for a smite of morning.
there is and if you want to make me roll for this observation to like make it canon, that's fine.
Mhm.
But there is a problem with this, because if it bled here and then it wasn't bleeding when we found it, this thing can heal real fast from grievous wounds.
No, we know it's just one.
I'm not going to make you roll, because then that tells you whether you're right or wrong. So let's go with working theory for now.
Okay.
You can figure out later if it is true.
Damn, because my life science is really good too.
Listen, from one of my DMs, I learned that if you make your players roll, they will. You shouldn't let your players roll for information that you don't want to give them just yet. So maybe I'll give you that information at some point. But right now, you have a bigger problem in the fact that there is a 4-foot hole in between you and the door. You guys have tiny feet.
There's a what?
There's a hole, a melted hole between you and the door.
How big is this
How
hole?
big?
It's about 4 feet.
I'm gonna jump it.
Oh,
How far across? Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's about 4 feet across.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm gonna jump it. 2-2. It's like 2-2. It's smiting time.
Okay.
Does anyone feel like they can't jump it?
What was that?
Does anyone feel like they can't jump it? Because I got something that might help.
Raucous,
I mean,
I think when he gets to the hole is probably like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Why? What are you doing to me right now?
I was like, my one weakness, holes.
Athleticism, no.
Just hop on my back. I got you.
Oh, great. Thanks, Chance.
No
All right.
problem. We'll get some of those cinnamon rolls, whatever you said.
Cinnamon
Everybody?
pretzels. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Do the same thing. It's fine.
I need everybody to roll me either athletics or acrobatics.
Hop, hop.
Except Rakis, who isn't rolling, but Chance, you're rolling with a -2
I was gonna say,
disadvantage, whatever the system has for
It would
that.
be a because
It would be a minus something, right?
Yeah, for Starfinder, it would probably be between a -2 and a -4. They don't have disadvantage.
Well, you are carrying a whole ass other Scaramander, so I'll say -4.
Mm.
I was gonna say, I got boom knuckles. So
I mean, cute, but what does that mean?
they're like essentially kind of like brass knuckles, but they do a thing. They unleash sonic energy.
They do an explosion.
Whoa.
I assume.
Oh,
Do they work kind of like Yang's gauntlets from Ruby?
I have no idea. I've never seen Ruby.
Okay.
But
Okay.
shotgun.
I've been meaning
Okay.
to watch it too, so you caught me. But
Hold on, before we get too distracted with Ruby, what does that mean? What exactly are you trying to tell me right
in the
now?
description of these items,
Right.
it says that when you attack an enemy, you can use the sonic power to push them up to 10 feet away. It also says that there are items that are favored by parkour athletes because
Are
they
you
use
trying
them
to
thrust
rocket jump?
themselves. Yeah, essentially, yeah.
I allow it.
Yes.
Just make a roll. Just make a straight roll.
Nice.
Athletics. Just a roll, don't add
Just a
anything to
straight
it.
roll. Yeah.
Okay, got it. That's a
Oh
2.
shit.
That's a what?
That's a 2.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
Bye guys. See you later.
Yeah. It's just a 2 on the die.
I
I
should
don't know
have
if it
stayed away
helps.
from the pretzels.
If it helps, I got a 16 plus 8, so I got a 24 on my athletics to jump this hole.
I got similar. I got a 19 plus 7 on acrobatics. So
Dang.
Okay.
26.
So I need Chance
Mhm.
and Rackets to roll reflex saves to see if you're able to grab hold.
All right.
That'll be the first thing that we need to resolve. So
13.
okay.
All right. Reflex. That is a 14. Oh,
Okay.
no, wait. Sorry, 16.
Even better. Chance. You successfully grab onto the edge. Rackets. You don't successfully grab onto the top edge, but you're able to hold yourself from falling all the way down.
Okay.
How deep is it? Oh my gosh.
It goes on into
Oh, no.
darkness.
Um,
And you get the feeling there's still a puddle of acid at whatever bottom this thing is.
yeah.
So now the issue is the two of you are in a hole, but the other two, you make it across just fine. What do you guys do?
Jack splays out on the ground in front of the hole and like reaches his front 2 arms down and uses the other 2 to kind of what's this floor? Is it like grating or is it it's like what's
Yeah, it works. I mean,
because he's gonna use like his front 2 paws to reach down and try and help them, and the back
Okay.
2 are gonna like grip something to hold himself in place.
so helping Chance is easily doable because he's at the top, but Rackets is like about a feet or 2 below, like into the hole. So you're going to have to go further into the hole than you're physically able to in order to be able to reach the little fellow.
I am going to go help out my brother. I don't know how much height my solar weapon will give me, but I want to use it to like hook onto the side so I can kind of reach down with one of my bottom arms and kind of have Rackets to hold on to it.
If it's a weapon, what weapon do you say you have? You have a Warhammer?
Yeah, I have a Warhammer.
Are you going Thor or are you going Warcraft?
I think I'm going like I really think Hiss is more of like a two-hander.
Valid. That would give you enough leverage to get to your brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna like I'm gonna slide down a little bit and kind of grip it and reach out my bottom row of hands for him to grab onto.
Yeah, that's valid. You pull him up. You're on the other side of the hole. The door to engineering is right in front of you.
Okay.
Ooh.
You okay?
'Cause I miscalculated how far I was from the hole. You know,
Sorry,
pushes you-
Chance.
I guess I pushed us up 9 feet away instead of the 10. Yeah,
It's
All right.
okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
math was never my strong suit. You know,
Same.
I was good at shooting stuff and punching things
It's all right.
and
We're
smoking
live here,
cigars.
so that's all the more reason. Let's make it out to comms and see what this Amanda has to say.
Yeah.
You go for the door.
Go for the door. I check to see if it's locked or not.
It is.
Knock on the door. And at this point, I'd like drop my attunement.
It becomes darker and down as you only rely on your flashlight. You knock on the door. Hear the sound of wheels. It's like a swivel chair move towards the door.
Mhm.
You hear the voice that spoke to you in the intercom, muffled through the door. Go. Prove to me that you're real.
We were sent here by your brother.
Shit. And you hear the sound of just a full grown ass woman stands in front of you and she looks down. It's like, are you serious?
Are we a joke to you?
No, I just
Are you Miss Amanda Ripley?
no, I'm Amanda Reed.
Are you Miss Amanda Reedley?
Come in. Quickly now. Inside.
Mm.
As you guys all enter, she closes the door and you see a shit ton of food. There are a lot of food, including some presents.
Yes.
This, you get the feeling that she's been holed up in here since very early. It does not smell nice. Frankly, there is a pile of literal feces in the corner. Because you have to do what you gotta do to survive.
Squirtle ain't judging. Squirtle don't judge.
There, in the back, there is a wall of monitors that is completely off, except for 3 monitors that are currently on. That you can tell is a section of the engineering area, essentially, that is currently on low power mode. And you recognize that she's been essentially turning off power and turning on power to certain sections to be able to keep an eye on the place. But she's completely alone. There's nobody else in this room. You notice that the vent that was leading into this place is closed, locked, bound, and gagged, essentially. It is taped with all kinds of papers and things just to keep whatever is in the vents out. And she turns to all of you and she goes, how much did you know?
About the thing in the vents, about the thing that's going on here, the large crocodilian creature with the sharp tail.
All of the above.
How about you go ahead and fill us in and maybe we can infer a little bit more on the way there, yeah? What are we dealing with here? Talk to us.
A couple of weeks ago, a caravan moved into the city, or the station. Sorry, my D&D came out for a second there. A caravan passed by. They were not supposed to stay for very long. They were peddlers of exotic animals of sorts. Birds, dogs, cats, earthen animals that just are not available on the planets anywhere near us. But they seem to claim to have something a lot more unique, something different. I'm not sure how it started. I've been down here since very early, but whatever that thing was got loose. And people pay the price for their ignorance and incompetence. As far as I know, that creature is capable of replicating the last known words of the people it kills.
Mimicry.
Mhm. It is also very much not a strong physically creature. It can fit into spaces much smaller than its size belies. It's incredibly strong, very resilient. And it bleeds acid. I'm sure you noticed that detail.
Was that hole in the front your doing?
It takes a lot of strength to be an engineer, especially a woman in this field. I don't let bullshit get to me. Unfortunately, the reaction to it has been very passive, and now it's non-existent since the mayor died, and guards got cocky, and now it gestures out into engineering. Everything went to shit.
What's with the moths?
I'm sorry?
The moths and the bodies.
Oh, that was our way of dealing with the dead. One of the first plans that our great old leader chose to do was once they found out that this thing can heal quickly and was very resistant to damage, was to blow it up. It damaged some important resources, and we've been running on low power since, so we can't run engines, and it is not safe to open up the ship to outer space without being 100% aware that it is sealed to vacuum. Or sealed shut, rather.
So you put moths on the body? The bodies of everybody?
Oh, hold on. Clarification. Moths. MAW. Wolves.
Oh, wait. What
As
is that?
in a giant crocodile moth.
As in bite marks.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you said moths. I was like,
No.
I was like, that's weird. Yeah, okay.
It's like
Yeah.
moss?
Backtrack.
Green moss?
Yeah.
That's weird.
No.
I was like, that's a weird way to bury somebody, but whatever.
No, my bad.
Continue.
We were supposed to fix the issue, get rid of the creature, and everything get back to normal.
But things went awry. The creature didn't stay dead for long, and one by one, it kept hunting until, well, then I just kind of gesture to the situation that Amanda finds herself in.
Correct. Sure, it didn't help that where some people see death and destruction, others see opportunity, and that is never really a good thing. I have no guarantee that there are still people alive out here. I only have eyes on the communication sector. There might be other survivors, but I've done what I can.
I can guarantee that if they're normal people who've never dealt with like fighting and stuff, they're probably dead. But bright side is
that's not our issue. Our issue is to get you and escort you safely off of this ship.
Where did you dock?
Welcome center.
it seemed appropriate. like welcome home. Yeah.
All right. Well, give me a few minutes. I need to get some stuff ready. So it's exactly safe out there, and rather be prepared.
You can
Didn't
fight,
end up-
right?
She sits back down and slides to the desk and reaches out to the side and pulls out a rifle. I acquisitioned this from some of the guards, or keeping me company.
Hmm.
It's the kind that fires a lot of bullets, and I don't require a lot of finesse.
Hmm.
But make yourself at home. Eat. You're gonna need the energy. And she goes back to the desk and begins to type to work on something. She deviates power to a different sector. Cameras turn on, and you begin to notice, especially you, Jack, that she seems to be tracking the process of everywhere that you've been through the ship to be able to kind of see the pathway out. As you guys settled in to get some munchies and
Yeah.
eating some pretzels, we're gonna go to break.
Woo!
Which I think is a
I think
perfect
it's a great time.
for it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Joel. Thank you so much, players and viewers. Thank y'all so much.
Yes.
We'll be
Woo!
back in about 10 minutes, so stay tuned. See you in a second.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Chaotic Wonderful channel. We have been rocking an exciting adventure of Starfinder, which, without any further ado, I'll pass it back over to our wonderful GM, Joel.
Hello. Everything is in darkness, but the bellies are now full of pretzels, and the bags have been filled with food and gear. And Amanda, totally not Ripley, by the way, turns around and says, all right, I'm assuming you know the pathway out that he used.
So
Safe.
she had our pathway through on the screen.
Yes. Well, she went through the pass. Like, she turned on the cameras in this section, saw that there was nothing, activated the next section, and shut down that one.
Okay. But it tracked the path that we came from.
Correct.
So I think when it gets to that point where we had to climb through all the rubble, Jack like points out, just like, we can't use that anymore.
You haven't started, Travelers.
Yeah, we're still in the comms room.
You're still in the she's
Right, but
looking at it through the camera.
But we still
Oh,
Okay,
can
so she
tell her
didn't see that far back.
Correct. So there is no camera in the stairwell that she that she has access to. So it would be
Okay.
up to the entrance of engineering, but not beyond.
Okay, yeah, but at the very least, I think we should tell her that it's like this approximate here in the stairwell. We were able to get in, however, we were only able to get in and not necessarily be able to make something big enough for us to get out. So we're gonna have to find another route out of here.
Unless
Yeah.
you can move a blender. Things are heavy.
I can certainly move a blender.
Are you sure? Those things weigh like a ton. A ton, I say.
I can certainly try. However, if there are obstacles in the way, it might be best to find a non-obstacle route to avoid making unnecessary sounds. These creatures, they work off of sound.
Oh, so I probably shouldn't have yelled earlier, huh?
If you hadn't, I wouldn't have known you were out there in the first place.
You think then if this creature works off of sound, we can use this to our advantage?
Potentially.
Don't suppose, Jack, Amanda, don't suppose you guys have any time to whip up a couple of noisemakers?
I need to read one of my spells. Give me 1 second.
I
He's looking
mean,
at his codex.
yeah. It's like, oh, hold on.
No, I was looking at like if token spell could make sound, but it cannot.
I mean, we could read something, but we don't have the equipment here to be able to do that. It would require at least a power source of some sort, which we do not have, and then it would require some rigging, maybe some, not even rigging, but welding to
I
make
got
the
this
machine
gun.
go.
Shoots out electricity.
Yeah, I'm sure that would be very useful if you want to bring it to us.
Sounds
But-
like a brick's gonna have to do that. Okay. Staying stealthy, or at the very least use something in the environment that we can knock over and get its attention. Okay. Do you know any way, at the very least, looking at the cameras from here, that would give us the best optimal route to get back to our ship?
With the pathway that you have mentioned being blocked, there's no direct route, just a more windabout way
Mm,
through security. We could find stuff there. A lot of confiscated. I mean, yeah. But it
That's
is
all you had to
also
say.
it is also not necessarily a safe place to be.
I mean, is anywhere safe with that thing around?
Not here is
Off-
pretty safe. Yeah.
Off the ship.
off
You
the ship
know
would
what
probably
I
be
mean.
the space.
Like
Right.
here. Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to do before you head out? That's me as a DM.
No, I think Hiss is ready to roll out. Keep his squad safe and be like, all right, team, stay close, stay
Okay.
tight. Let's get out of here alive.
Chance
Yeah.
again stands up from where he was seated, and also again he has another cigar. And he throws it down, stomps it out. You don't know where he's getting these cigars, but
It's the same one.
Right. It's like his turns and goes, we're gonna need to talk about Chance. This is a highly pressurized area.
All right.
he's got to live and let go, you know.
No, I don't.
I don't see a sign down here.
If you were 3 feet taller, you would see us. That says highly flammable, dangerous materials. No fire or smoking of any kind.
I'd like to point out that Chance is slightly taller than everyone else.
Okay, if you were
He's like
if you were
3'3", you know, he's a
if you
solid,
were
you know.
2 feet and 7 inches taller, you would be able to notice the sign. But Amanda, she's gonna shoulder her rifle and say, all right.
Amanda, stay close.
I think that's going to be difficult. And she opens the door and just hops over the hole. That was so much trouble for you guys.
Oh, well, when she does it, it makes it look so easy. And I'm gonna see if I can hop over it again.
I'll allow you guys to jump over it. You've already done it before. It's
Jack's
fine.
super confident we'll leave.
You all wanted to be
Yeah.
all skittermatters. Make me an athletic check. Guard you.
You know what? If you insist, all right, everybody, roll athletics or acrobatics. Let's see what happens.
No.
What's a skid, Amanda?
How dare you?
I don't care. I got a natural 20. That's 28.
Oh, shit. Okay,
Nice.
I got the same thing again. 19 plus 7.
Nice.
I got
12.
I got a 17.
All right.
This time I help my brother across.
Okay. All right. He almost falls in, but you grab him in time and keep him from falling in. All right. You hear an exasperated sigh from Amanda, like, seriously? Like, that one almost fell into the hole type of sigh. But she begins to lead you down a different path, the path that you went through. You pass room after room full of corpses. Somebody's playing It Takes Two. And eventually, you reach a security gate. And then we're talking security gate, like double doors with bars, rooms for scanning things, x-rays. But the doors shut. And she walks up to a panel, kind of checks it out for a second, and just goes, no power, no way through.
Jack, you think you can do something?
Yeah, actually. Is there anything else around here that has power? Like, is there lights? Is there...
Nothing active. There's a couple of generators that you have passed by that you could potentially maybe get access to. But in this particular region, it's just kind of like an airport, for thingies. I don't know what they're called. There's the other side of the metal detectors. This one of them.
I think I have to touch 2 power sources for charge transfer to work.
Okay.
So I can't do that.
You could if you found a power source.
Could if we found a power source. Jack will turn to Amanda Reedley.
You gotta hold those E's a little bit longer.
Reedley.
There you go.
And ask if she knows anywhere where there is a charged battery or power cell.
Does it have to be of a particular size?
I don't think so.
Because if not, you do
Oh yeah, they need to have the same power cell. So it needs to be
Oh.
something similar to whatever works in the door.
I was going to mention that you did have a flashlight, but it needs to be larger than that. We don't have them readily accessible. They're in some back room in the back, but we do have some gas-powered generators. They don't hook up to the main power grid, so they could work for, well, generating power in an emergency.
Yes, these are gonna make a lot of noise.
They're gonna make a lot of noise.
It will be very reasonable.
There's like a doohickey in the gun that makes electricity. Will that work?
That's a good question.
Make me an
Is the-
engineering check.
Okay.
I'll say with a +2 from Amanda as well.
Okay. Then 22.
You pick it up, you look at it, turn it around. You would be able to use it, but what exactly does the ability say? Can you read it for me verbatim?
Yes. It says you can transfer any number of charges from one battery to another battery or from one power cell to another power cell. You can only transfer charges using two objects of the exact same type, such as two batteries of the same size, two identical power cells, or the like. You transfer charges from the source object to the receiving object.
Okay. Because I am not a horrible game master. I'll tell you this. You can transfer the power from the gun to the panel long enough to get it open, but then the gun will be without charge. And it will be at an unknown amount of time before it begins to work again. It will work again. It will just depend on whether I want you to do it or not because of
Yes.
drama.
Can
I
you
will
just
point
use
out-
pistols or can you use long arms as well?
Sorry, what was that?
He can use. Let me check. I believe he can use. Yeah, he can use long arms, small arms, sniper weapons, advanced melee, basic melee. He's all that. But I will say that the pistol says it has a electrical damage that it deals. It also has a stun special, which you can set it to. And that has 2 charges, I believe, or does the pistol have 2 charges? Let me look at it.
From what I understand, charges are the ammunition for energy weapons.
Oh yeah, cool beans. Then
I believe.
I did not understand how that works. So
I could be wrong, but because it is my one shot, I'll say that yes. But also because it's my one shot, I'll decide that you can regenerate that eventually. Just for the drama, you could do it, but you are aware that you will be losing that weapon for some amount of time. Some amount of very dramatic time. So
so chances looks at you. So like, can you do it?
Yeah, I can do it. Easy.
I say why not?
Jack takes the gun in one hand, holding it by the grip, but not fingers on the trigger. I don't know gun stuff. And puts another hand on the panel next to the door, and two wires come out of like each of the palms, and one attaches to the battery and one attaches to like kind of goes behind the panel and attaches to the battery in there, and it just saps the charge straight through.
And as you do that, the lights flicker to life, just enough for there to be power. And Amanda goes, "Oh, perfect." And she works on the panel really quickly, and
Oh, thank goodness.
but then it stops because there's just not enough power to power it for very long. But you have enough space, about maybe 1.5 feet, for you to crawl through to the other side.
That's good enough for us. That's easy.
Yeah.
Wombat, I think you blew it. I couldn't.
Hear me? Hello.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, I guess apparently my computer does not like me laying down, but screw you, it's better for my knees.
That's all right. Yeah.
But
Yeah. What were you saying?
I was saying maybe this ought to help. I was saying that's great, but can Amanda squeeze through?
Yes. It would be enough for her to she would have to roll.
Okay.
But she'd be able to go through.
Okay, then perfect. If it's enough for all of us to get through, then let's get through as quickly as possible.
And you do. You get through. You get through to the security side, which is very, very not devoid of bodies. So you walk in, this place looks like a battlefield, like a war went off in this place. And it's not because of the monster. There are guards just as much as there are seemingly normal people. And as you begin to step forward, you notice that Amanda doesn't move because this is the first time she's seen anything like this. And she goes, "Fucking news. This is," and she just kind of points to someone and says, "That is one of our supposed political leaders." Wasn't very fond of our former leadership. I guess it doesn't matter if people die so long as you can try to leverage it against your enemy. You get the feeling that this was an attempt at a coup in the middle of what was happening, and it just turned into a bloodbath. You begin to make your way through. Just desolate. There's no sound. And then you start hearing sobbing coming from ahead. Non-stop. Just sobbing.
Identify yourself.
Sobbing keeps going. There's a very short, pause, but it just keeps going.
That ain't good. Chance puts his old gun back in his holster because he's like, "That's not working." And he's gonna lean down to one of the security guards' bodies or anybody, and just look and see if he can find a weapon on them.
I am actually going to hand Chance my pistol that I have or my rifle that I have in the bottom two of my arms. I'm just gonna hand that to him. I have let me look it up. I have a boomer rifle.
Okay.
Oh,
cool beans.
Okay, boomer rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sensing a theme with all of your stuff. Boom knuckles, boom rifle.
It was just fit. It was just made for it. Yeah, no, I think with that, again with a inquisitor, the tone of a high inquisitor. I'm going to say, identify yourself and come out quietly, or you will be forcibly removed. And I'm going to see if I can make an intimidation check.
Okay. Roll an intimidation check.
Sick.
19 plus 8, so that's gonna be a 27.
Dang.
We need to start highball.
Welcome to
checks.
Pathfinder / Starfinder, baby.
The something kind of sputters, just like stops, and around the corner you see a woman emerge, another person that has just been clearly just running nonstop. Amanda immediately rushes forward, just grabs her and says, "Madam Secretary, you're right." But she's not talking. She's just in shock, essentially. She was only able to react to your to your tone of authority more so than to your words. But you do hear from the other direction, "Hey, who goes there?" Amanda says, "Oh, great. Seems we're not the only ones who realize the gate is open. We gotta move. Let's go."
Hmm.
And she just kind of wraps her arm around the lady, begins to lead her down deeper into security.
Let's move.
And if you fall around and continue on, you hear further back, because you're moving faster than it at this point. You hear, "Hello?" And you keep going, and eventually you pass by a door that says armor. This door is closed. It doesn't seem to be locked. Or sorry, it doesn't seem like it has been forcibly opened. You can either choose to investigate it. One.
What are we thinking?
I mean, armor, yes, but if there are more weapons with more power cells, that might be useful.
Yeah. Why not?
What was that one bet?
That's what I was thinking as well.
Okay. Well, there's a locked door into the area in front of you. And this is a reinforced steel door. Like, we are protecting this from being easily accessed.
Yeah.
What do you
Is
do?
there still like, is it manual locks or is there still like a panel with electrical locks like most other things on the ship?
You make an investigation check or perception check, I think, because I don't think there's investigation in Starfinder. If there is, never mind.
No, there's perception. The thing that you're thinking about is sense motive.
Oh, then no, not that.
Yeah.
Make a perception.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's an 11.
Woo! Off to a great start.
Yeah.
You can't quite tell, but this does seem to be the kind of door that opens from the inside. From the general, so there's a door. I guess I should describe things. There's a door, and then to the side there's like an opening for people to give you your equipment, kind of window.
Yeah.
And you get the feeling that there's usually somebody inside at all times, and then they open the door to let the next person come in, and then that person closes the door. So you have to get inside in order to be able to open it.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. But the little like window open area to go in is open. There's like no.
Well, there are bars, and then there's like a protected glass, or not a pane, I guess would be the word, of what you assume would be bulletproof fiber of some sort, because there's no point in being a guard if you're not protected.
Yeah.
And there's a small section under that is where kind of like I don't know if this is a thing in gas stations in the United States, but there's like an open door that goes outside.
Oh, the
and
little
goes
like
back in.
dip down
Yeah.
thing.
So
Okay.
you would put the gun inside, push it across to the other side, person grabs it,
Okay.
and then they put it back in there. And then,
Okay. Okay. I wonder. Should I summon a thing? Should I summon a thing to get in there and open the door for us?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
you certainly try.
If you can do it quickly, we'll cover your back just in case. I don't want this thing. I want us to make sure that we still have some distance on this thing.
Okay. I am going to use a second level summon creature. And because it's the only stat block I have pulled up, I'm going to summon an inevitable, which I did link the stat block in our Discord chat earlier.
Inevitable.
And
Why does this say Starjammer?
So the funny thing about that is that Starjammer and Starfinder are technically the same game. I think it was when Pathfinder was coming out. And please, somebody in chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but at the very least, from my understanding, is that it was originally wanting to be called Starjammer, but then they found out Starfinder and basically some whole thing with like a legal issue and like changing the name and stuff.
I believe you.
That's very
Can
interesting.
you link me the spell specific? What's the name of the spell that you're using?
the spell is just called Summon Creature, and I'm using it at level 2.
No, not 5e. You're that shit. Summon creature. Starjam, let's say. When you cast a creature, you can summon one creature from your select from the second level summoning list. Creatures from the lower, you summon 3 creatures for that. And then I'm assuming that's second level. And then there's the inevitable. All right. Perfect. Does it require, like, what is the limitation to summoning? Hold on.
Let's see.
The summon creature appears when you designate an act immediate. You get a spell, it's a spell. No, it's not here. Range medium, 100 feet plus 10 feet per long one.
Oh, hey, if I actually read the spell, I would have found the answer to that question that I asked earlier. Because it does explicitly state a summoned creature can't use teleportation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's why reading is important.
that's why reading is important. Yeah, but it doesn't seem
give
like
a
it
limiter.
says
Okay, yeah.
like
I was just
anything
making-
about no physical barriers or whatever. So I think I can
Yeah.
just summon one into the room since I can see it.
Yeah.
And then,
Nice.
and then
What does this inevitable look like?
I don't know what inevitable is supposed to look like.
Doesn't matter. What do you want it to be?
So, okay. I think it is just this kind of almost like circular kind of steel gray.
Just make sure that it has some kind of limb so that I can actually open the door.
Yeah.
Just a
Ghost lids.
The steel gray kind of disc with some openings along the side and 4 like little hinged legs on the side.
Okay.
It's a Roomba
So it can, like-
with legs.
Yeah. So it can
Okay.
like skitter up the side and link 2 of them in and pull.
Leg Roomba.
Okay. I wanna
Gotta
open
make some
the
leg room here.
I wanna open the inevitable sheet real quick just to make sure.
'Cause I don't know what these are supposed to look like.
No. I want to confirm. Okay, it is strong enough. Yeah, it does it. And within a couple of minutes of very noisy wheel turning, it opens And there's a Roomba with feet,
Yes.
just kind of standing there watching you. Huh?
Okay, well now if there's a Roomba, we now have to either tape a knife or a gun to the top of it. So every time it bumps into something, it either stabs it or the gun goes off.
As the door opens, you just see that Chance has like climbed up and is getting ready to punch through. Like, then he's like, "Oh,
Getting
okay."
ready to punch through a steel door.
Yeah.
I think he was gonna try and punch at the Roomba.
No, I was gonna try to punch through the glass,
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
but he stops. He's like halfway through. He's like, "Oh, that's a better idea." Okay. He climbs back
this
down.
is why I love TTRPGs, because my plan for this was that you guys were going to try to squeeze through the opening for the weapons,
man,
which would have been possible, but you
Oh.
just came up with a completely different solution. That's my
Roomba.
favorite fucking thing. You step inside, and sure enough, there are weapon racks. There's only a few left. But generally speaking, if you want to pick up a new weapon or a new armor, I will allow you to do so up to level 6, just for balancing purposes.
Any weapon that deals fire.
If there is a weapon that deals fire, probably.
Mm.
I'm not super conscious of what's on the weapon sheet, on the weapons list. But I can totally just say there are definitely weapons that deal
Nice.
fire. Sure. You could also just find like a spray can and a lighter. I mean, Chance keeps smoking. I'm sure he has a lighter. So
Yeah. Is there armor that will fit Reedley?
oh yeah, that she's gearing up. She's
Sick.
also gonna give the other lady, Madame Secretary, I think of the chick, just not her stuff.
Okay.
Anybody gear up?
Yep. Gear up.
Chance, you can pick up a replacement battery for
Yeah,
your.
that's exactly what I was gonna do.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, he's just like, "Oh, it's cool." Good old Bessie, back at it again. He also finds a like electric cigar. He's like, "Wow, just what I
You
needed."
find a vape. You find an e-cigar.
Cigar
Yeah,
vape.
it's
Not-
a cigar, and when you pull from it, it just lights up at the end. And there's no
Did you
actual
just
smoke.
make E6 canon in my sci-fi setting?
I mean, we are in
E6
space. I
in
feel
my
like
Starfinder game.
I feel like it works. Yeah.
Remember how I was saying how I loved how creative people were? I take it back.
And he just has it in his mouth, and now the whole time he's just like biting down on it.
All right.
There are, by the way, a lot of level 6 weapons that deal fire.
Excellent.
Well, then you can pick up whichever one of those you want
Let's see.
within reason.
I want a shotgun. Is there a shotgun that deals fire damage?
Fire shotgun.
Shotgun that
Let's
cast fireball.
Let's see.
It's
You
There's
could just-
something called an agitator. That's
Oh,
a
God, I
heavy
made a
two-handed
mistake.
weapon. No, that generates microwave radiation.
damn.
There's
Not
just straight
fire,
up a
radiation.
flamethrower.
Dang.
I don't know if I can use heavy weapons. Let me see.
There's a one long arm, a flare rifle.
I'll take a flare
And then there's-
rifle. Yeah, I can't use heavy weapons. I'll take a flare rifle.
Okay, question. The arc pistol says it has a capacity of 20 charges and the usage is 2. Does that mean I have 2 charges or does that mean I have 20 charges?
And that means you have 10 bullets. That's an equivalent. So it every time you use it, it dispenses 2, but it can hold on to 20. I think it's what it's.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
But also, the whole thing about getting a battery back was for the drama. So I'm not gonna have you count your bullets. So
Nice.
ammunition is
door-
like weapon crafting in video games, where it's like it's the realism that just shouldn't be there. But sorry, somebody was going to ask something about a door.
Oh, I was gonna say the door earlier took 20 gun charges. Why not? That's why it drained the whole thing.
19.
I mean-
wait, 18 because I
I
shot
mean,
it
if you-
once.
Yeah.
If you think about it, a gun for a Skittermander is like smaller than it's like the pipsqueak from Men
Oh
in
my
Black.
gosh.
Oh
That
yeah.
is true. Or it's
Well,
like the noise.
in comparison to like a full-on gate with
Yeah.
like lights and like it's pretty.
Yeah.
It should have worked.
A
Come
noisy
on.
cricket is basically a regular handgun for a skitter.
That was what you do hear, however, as you're all gearing up. Hello, me from just outside, just to the side.
Well, they haven't answered us back ever.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll go ahead.
Oh, also just anything that people like aren't taking, Jack is gonna steal batteries from because he doesn't need the whole guns. He just needs batteries.
Mhm.
Roll me 1d10.
Sure. 8.
That's how many batteries you got.
Woo,
Oh,
nice.
Awesome. Cool.
All right, let's keep him.
Is anybody
going.
watching the door?
I am.
I'll
I
keep
was
an
not.
eye too. I don't have anything to pick up. I like my little
I will
gun.
let the two of you make me a perception check.
You got it.
Natural 20, baby. For
Yo,
24.
let's go.
Nice.
Let's go. That's a 14 plus 8, so 22.
Hey, you both hear it. It's almost imperceptible. But you hear, you don't see it just yet, but just outside the door, you hear. The raspy, deep, guttural breathing of a creature not like.
I'm going to tell everybody to, well, I'm going to turn around and just go like this.
Chance pulls his pistol out and points it at the door.
You cannot hear whether it is moving or not. But outside of the window, the creature has passed the door when you hear hello, and you hear it clear as day. That voice came from the creature. And not only did it come from the creature, now that you're this close to it, just beneath the girl-like voice, you hear hello. A monstrous undertone that is not audible when you're further away.
Mm.
That is horrifying. Thank you.
Yeah.
I told you this was
Yeah.
I told you this is what my brother butter.
I'm gonna stress eat a cinnamon pretzel.
Okay, roll a stealth check
Great.
because those come in wrappings and that shit is loud.
Ooh,
Roll
23.
distress.
23
Okay.
on a stealth
I'm
pretzel.
good at being
I-
sneaky with my pretzels.
Yeah, I love that you've been rolling horribly so far, but the pretzel eating is just
Yes.
perfect.
I know
My
what I
pretzel.
Not
want.
even a
My
crumb.
precious.
Not
And-
even a crumb falls, it's just kind of like,
And it is so good that no one in this room notices.
Mm.
That's how quiet.
Feel better now.
Do you say that out loud?
No, absolutely not. It's just
making
the-
just making sure.
Mm.
You do, as it's continues to move, you do catch the tail swish into the room, and it wraps onto the edge and begins to almost scratch as it goes out again. But it continues. You guys haven't done anything to make any sound. And before long, you hear it in the distance. Hello? And as far as you're aware, it just stands far, far removed from your position. Ahead of you. I can't hear you again. What about?
Oh, sorry. I was actually just like whispering to myself.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, hisses and go, all right, everybody. Stay low. Keep quiet, okay?
As we continue to this next leg of our journey, I would like everybody to roll stealth.
Okay, this is gonna be good. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Including Amanda and
Oh
the
my-
secretary, the lady secretary.
Hopefully, they didn't choose plate mail.
A 19.
Man, my first roll, and I just rolled a natural one.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh,
that's not any better.
But it's okay. That is 2 failures, but we still have a chance to succeed because Amanda rolled a 16 on the
yay!
dice.
Okay.
Yay, that's
So
great.
so she succeeds. So we have 2 failures and 1 success.
Okay.
I got a 19 total.
So
2 successes.
I rolled a 5 total.
That's 3 failures, 2 successes.
Does the inevitable have to roll? It's coming with us.
What does decant does? I don't know the abilities of the
It doesn't.
It
It
is-
doesn't have. It doesn't have stealth. It just has like. I just added its dex because that's
No,
the
no, no.
stealth.
I know. We just want to see what it does.
Okay.
Considering that it says that if it becomes if it does the discorporation ability, it gets a stealth bonus of plus 24. I think it'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. It's gonna discorporate.
Sure, we can go with that. So we have 3 failures, 2 successes.
I've got a 26.
That wasn't a natural, right?
Not natural.
All right, we're 3 on 3. Wombat, you are the deciding factor here.
Sorry, guys. I am also in heavy armor. So
Oh,
my
no.
stealth is a +1. I rolled an 11, so +1 is 12, but minus armor check penalty, I think of 2, so that's gonna be a 10.
You begin to make your way forward. And it's strange because while it is ahead of you, you do not seem to hear it. It moves perfectly silent. But Amanda continues to lead you in the direction. And for a very short amount of time, you make great progress. Within minutes, you're making your way to the other side, to the only other exit in this side of the entire floor, essentially. The elevator, which is not working. However, the elevator is not currently on this floor. As far as you can tell, it is all the way at the top, further than where you need to go. All of the chains and all of the ropes or wires are still there. But there are still not a lot of good things going on. Because a voice in the distance goes, "Who goes there?" And the lady freaks out. She begins to breathe heavy. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And she begins to run away. Amanda
She's dead.
just trying to keep her calm, but the lady begins to run, and Amanda just goes, "Oh, fuck," and runs after the lady. What do you guys do?
Which way did the voice come from?
The opposite direction that the lady was running.
So from in front of us, the way we were going.
So if you're looking at the elevators, monster sound came from this way, lady went that way.
Okay. I guess it's my turn, and I just turn and I stand there, like I'll hold it off.
I look at Chance. I look at Jack and I look at Rakkus, and I look at both of those two and I go, you all go get them. We'll figure out a rendezvous point. Chance, you're with me.
All right.
Of course.
All right. Yes, sir.
All right.
I've put my pistol away.
As Jack and Rakkus chase after Amanda and the secretary, I would like Chance and His to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Oh, question.
Yeah.
This thing, because I have to ask this because I do have feats for this thing.
Boy,
I have
just-
feats. I have feats. I have
I
receipts.
just would like to inform you guys that the
Mhm.
creature just rolled a natural 20.
Dang.
Oh, nice.
All right, no,
I
that's
rolled a
fine. It's
natural
fine. I'm
9.
here for this. I'm here for this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it.
Hold on. Let
I
me
get
It's
it.
fine.
A 16.
I have ambush awareness. So I don't think this is, unless this is considered a surprise round. I can still act. I have to act in my initiative account, but I can only take a total defense action. I also have blind fight, which means every time I miss because of concealment, I can re-roll that miss chance percentile to see if I actually hit. Also, I
Sure.
am not flat-footed against melee attacks from creatures that I can't see, and I can withdraw from creatures that I can't perceive. And also, I don't need to attempt an acrobatics check to move at full speed while blinded. And I think that's the only one that's going to work. And I also have close combat, but that's a secret tool that'll help us later.
Well, of the mechanics that you mentioned that I am aware of,
Hmm.
the other, ignoring the ones that I actually know existed, like needing an acrobatics to be able to move while blinded.
Hmm.
This isn't an ambush.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure.
Oh,
It's
you'll
not like
notice the
being-
moment it takes its turn.
Okay, cool. Like it's not being like trying to be concealed or anything like that.
It is literally talking as it moves towards it.
All right, dope. I got a 15. Let's do this.
Cool, 15. Okay. So the creature begins. It was a natural 12. The two of you look into the darkness just beyond your light. And for a second, you don't see anything. Just like a running crocodile, a mass of scales and shadows, slime, and death charges at you guys. It's going to go for a chance. It's going to try to get rid of the person that has already injured it. So,
Big mistake.
I'm going to take it, but I'm going to roll a different d12 after this because I just rolled a natural 20 again.
Oh,
Whoa.
Hold on, let me give my dice back. I didn't think I would need it. All right. So, Wombat, you know a lot about Starfinder, right?
yeah, I do.
How would you judge, or how does the system?
For natural 20s.
Yeah.
So in
What's that?
Starfinder and
Cool.
specifically in Pathfinder, and I believe this was also a thing in 3.5.
It's just double the dice.
Well, it actually, I don't want to get too much of a rules lawyer, but in actuality, if you roll a natural 20, you have to roll to confirm, which essentially means if you roll again and you exceed your target's AC, if you exceed the target's AC number, and I'm pretty sure because it's either going to use a bite, a claw, or a tail attack, it is going to be against his kinetic armor class, which will be the KAC. If it meets or exceeds, then it's considered a critical hit. However, if it fails, then it's considered a normal hit.
Understood.
So you have to roll to confirm, so to speak.
Okay, so to confirm, it is a 15. Is a 15 hit you?
My KC is 19.
Yes.
So
Okay,
it
so
is
it
a
is a normal hit.
hit. Yes, it is a normal
All
hit.
right. Good to know. So it's going to deal that amount of damage that it says there. So let's roll our. All right. So you take 8 points of damage as it goes for a massive mob bite, and as it's biting onto you, you feel your very body begin to shudder as it growls and says, "That is enough," in a voice you haven't heard just yet. And it is going to then turn around and use the second part of its attack. It's going to do a tail attack towards Hiss. So.
Do it, you won't.
Oh, I will.
Do it.
So that's a 21.
My kinetic armor is 23.
Okay.
No.
So the barbed tip tail swishes past you, but you manage to dodge it out. You manage to dodge out of the way as it lets go of Chance, and you now get to see it. This creature looks like a human, like what an anthropomorphic human would actually look like. Not the cartoony version that we see in television, but a crocodile that has the proportions of a human, but still walks on its 4 paws. And it looks monstrous. At this close, you can tell that it has a disproportionately large neck. And you get the feeling that whatever is in there is what's causing it the capacity to make the mimicry happen. But that's the end of its turn. Chase. It's now your turn.
And it's still biting into me, correct?
It is currently right in front of you, yes.
Thanks for coming to me. And I pull back and punch it. Right in the
Yes.
face.
Come on and punch.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna see how well this goes. That's a 17.
A 17 does not hit.
All right. I'm unaware of how many actions I have in Star. So how many
You
times?
are a level 6, right?
Yep.
Let me check because I'm pretty sure you get 2 because we are. You
I believe
are
it is
a
2.
martial character, so you are a full BAB,
Nice.
which means that. And please give me one second as I look this.
See,
up.
this is the perfect example of the good rules lawyers. This is how rules lawyers should be. Like, just really helpful and like, okay, just dope people. Because
Yeah.
rules lawyers sometimes.
You get a +6 as your base attack bonus. I would have thought that you'd be able to attack twice.
If it's fine, if it doesn't really matter too much, I can just make the ruling that you do get a second attack
Yeah.
and just
okay.
and just
Yeah,
kind of
I
vibe
just-
with it. It would make sense for you to get a second attack at that point. So we just if we find out later, then we can then just continue that. But I don't want to bog it down with looking at the rules too much.
Okay.
So for now, yes, we can attack again if you so wish.
Another punch is thrown with the other hand, and that is a 19.
19
Yeah, that's a 9. Yeah,
does
19.
not hit.
Oh no.
This one's tough.
No, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chances goes, now that's what I call a heartbreak. And yeah, that's his turn.
As you say that, you hear it go, heartbreak, in your voice.
I know he
Now
ain't
it is-
pretty.
It is his turn. Yes. I should do it.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye, and I'm going to summon again my I'm gonna summon and photon attune so I can get 1 point of photons. I'm gonna summon my solar weapon, and I'm just gonna bonk it.
Okay, roll to hit.
All right, let's
Roll to
go.
bonk.
Roll.
Oh, shut up,
kabonk.
Google.
Oh, kabonk. Okay. That's gonna be a 15 plus 9. So that is going to be a 20. Come on, I can do math, I swear.
24.
24.
That just hits.
Okay. Do you want me to roll damage or do you want me to see if my other attack hits?
Whichever way is easier for you, you can roll to damage if you want to first. Let's do that. Roll damage first.
Okay, so because I am using my solar weapon, I deal 2d6 plus 9 with it.
What kind of damage is this?
It is considered because I have not added any special attunement to it. It is considered bludgeoning. There are powers that I can use that I can make it consider like fire and stuff like that. But no, it looks cool, but it's basically just a giant baseball bat.
Gotcha. It's a cricket hammer.
It's a cricket hammer. It pretty much. So for the first one, first D6 is a 4. Second one is a is a 5. So plus 9. 9 plus 9. The first attack does 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And let's go for the second one.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, so close. But 18 plus 9, that's a 27.
That hits.
And then 6 on the first die. And a 6 on the second die.
Ooh.
So 12 plus 9, so 21.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So you pummel the shit out of this creature. You're currently glowing, right?
Yeah. I am
Okay.
glowing with I am unleashing the power of the sun.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta notice this. It's very much harmed more by the impact of your weapon, specifically your weapon. I'm just gonna give you a magical weapon because I think that's what it is. I think it is a magical weapon.
Yeah, my solar weapon is considered a magical weapon.
Then yeah, you're dealing extra damage. So roll me an extra d6.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 3.
A 3?
3.
Perfect. That is the damage that you dealt for both. So I'm just gonna have you every time you hit, we'll roll that. It is now its turn. You do notice, however, that at the beginning of its turn, it regenerates. It heals. Not all the way. It still looks like you injured it far more than healed. But it definitely did heal. And I think it's going to rush past the two of you.
If it does, we get attacks of opportunity.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
I'm just sorry. I'm just
No,
checking
no.
to make sure.
I was gonna give it to you. I would just wanted to express the how it looks for you guys, so you understood. It's clear that it is going for the people that are relevant, specifically the people that are making the most sense.
Okay.
So the two of you get a technical opportunity.
Okay, I don't know if this is gonna hit. That's gonna be a 14 plus 9. So that
That's a
is going to be a
23.
23 for me.
That misses.
Okay.
Excel, you're muted, buddy.
Hello.
Hi.
I
How's it
rolled a
going?
natural 1. Plus 10, so that's
no.
11. But
That unfortunately still misses.
yeah.
But the two of you are kind of like standing there, and it just bodies past you. You swing, but you both miss. And as you're turning around, it's just booking it towards the rest
Oh no,
faster
you don't.
than you are moving. It moves incredibly fast by comparison. And now, Rakis, Jack, roll initiative.
All right.
Because now we're doing like a bit of a chase slash race like thing that we're gonna go.
12. 12 for
12.
Rakis.
All right.
19.
Rakis is 12, and then we got 19 from Jack. All right. Also need to roll initiative for the two ladies. It's a 13. And then that missed. And then an 18. All right. We're back at the top of the round. And well, we're back at the sole initiative more so than anything. The monster has rushed past Chance and Hiss. Even as it moves past you, you do not hear it move. It doesn't seem like it's almost ethereal because you see it and you felt it rush past you, but its feet don't make a sound. But all of you do hear it shout. Go, I'll hold it off. As it rushes on. Jack, you hear that scream and you turn around. Sorry, what was that?
Chance
no.
is like, damn it.
I just go to chance like let's move. And yeah, no, I'm gonna start skittering after it.
Jack, you turn around and you see, with the light coming from behind of the creature, you see a giant crocodile humanoid thing just rush towards it. And also to the Beckys.
That's horrifying and is absolutely reason to just go faster.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just going to use your turn to rush forward, right?
Let me.
What is your movement speed, by the way? I would like to know. Is it 30?
It is, 30.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I am going to just. Well, how fast are the people we're escorting moving? Like, are they full on sprinting or are they?
The first lady isn't moving super quick, but because she's panicking, it's less that they're running full sprint away. She's just moving normal speed, but she's panicking. So it's making it a little, it's more haphazard, more zigzag. And Amanda is just kind of like, has already caught up and is trying to calm her down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So.
If you full sprint this turn, we will get to them.
Oh.
Okay.
Because it's really only been a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
It's a
So
wonder
I
of-
think I'm gonna do the full action run.
Okay. So you rush and you get to them right now. Which goes on to the secretary's turn, because I've rolled her into initiative. And she's just going to use her full turn to panic. And she's panicking. And as she looks beyond She panics a little bit more as she sees the lumbering lizard monster running towards her at full speed. And she begins to be even louder out of terror. So she moves further away. 30 feet. Chase. It's now your turn.
Me?
Yeah. Chance. Sorry. My bad.
I was like, wait.
I should not have a character named Chance and as Chase scene in the same game. It just does not work for my friend.
Chancey Chase.
Chase.
Tell me something.
Yeah.
A swift move. If I use one, I can still move, correct?
Wombat is nodding, so I'll say yes.
That is correct. Because you have swift action, immediate action, your reaction, your movement, and your standard action.
Okay, so Chance, as the thing runs by, is going to go, not this time. And then his veins start popping out of his muscles, and you just see him seething with anger. And I'm using a swift action to activate a frenzy, my frenzied fighting.
Oh yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
Which I have for 5 rounds.
Okay, keep track of that.
I get a +2 to damage rolls and saves, but a -1 to AC.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just start booking it afterwards. He's just like running like full sprint.
I'm also gonna say, in case you all don't forget, we're Skittermancers, which means that we're also hyper, which means once per day we can use an extra move action.
Oh,
That part of things.
We are Skitterman. We are Skitterman, you guys.
It's true.
And he's just running. That's his turn.
So you use just a regular movement, right? So it's just 30 feet.
Yep.
So you begin to chase after it, and you start to notice that it is much more fast. It is faster than your teeth.
Yep, I figured.
Almost just for player understanding, it moves at 60 feet rather than 30. It is twice as fast as you.
Got it.
Once it goes into full sprint. You get the feeling, not a thing that you can outrun. Anyway.
Okay.
It's now your turn.
Well, I'm glad you told me this, because technically speaking, this means I don't need to outrun it. I just need to get ahead of it. So I'm keeping my photon attunement, so I now have two points of attunement. That'll be a special tool that'll help us later.
Nice.
And I am going to use my move action. And no, I am going to use the ability that I told everybody, hyper. So I'm going to use an extra move action so I can move my full 60 feet. So I can get in front of this thing. And if possible, I want to smack this thing a couple more times.
Hell yeah, go for it. Make your attack
You're like,
rolls.
no. You don't run away. Walk into the light, my child.
Love
Hell
it.
yeah, hell yeah.
All right, come on. Okay, all right. 17 plus 9, 26 on the first hit.
That hits.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the second one. Let's see. 15 plus 9, 24.
That is exactly what you
Yes. Okay.
did.
All
So
right.
Both of them hit.
All right. No. I don't know what you think this is, but you ain't ready for me. All right. So first attack, 6 plus. Okay, that's a 2. So 8. So first attack does 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
19, okay.
And then the second one is 3 plus 3. So 6 plus 9 is 15 points of
15.
bludgeoning damage.
And then roll a d6.
D6. You roll it once or twice?
Just once.
Okay.
You deal one. I'm going for 1, 2, 3 damage. So you're essentially rolling once for both.
I rolled a 6.
All right. So that's how much you deal. I just I just fucked up my calculator. Fuck.
Yeah,
hold
as
on.
you like see Hiss just kind of take this deep breath in as he glows with this light and just zooms, and you see that there's just like a trail of fire that he leaves, and just enough for him to like get in front of this thing to jump up and just smack it twice and to knock its teeth out.
So you're trying to knock its teeth out.
I'm
So
knocking its teeth out.
Okay. As you injure it to the point of bringing out its blood, I'm gonna need you to make me a reflex save real
Okay.
quick.
That's fine. What you got? You ain't got nothing. You ain't nothing. You hear me? You're nothing. All right. Well, I guess I have to stop talking all that smack because my reflex is only a +3. Oh yeah, I should. You know what? It's fine. I got a 7. I got a 7 on my reflex. It's
7.
fine.
So as you strike its mouth and it just begins to flail around in pain, a spray of acid blood splashes onto you.
Okay.
And deals 3d6.
All right.
So that is 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage of acidic damage.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything else beyond that right now. Anything else you want to do in your turn?
Nah, I just like your stage. It's like I don't know where you think you're going, but you and I are gonna be best friends real quick.
Okay. It is Amanda's turn now. She's going to try to calm down the lady. She rolled another 20, natural one.
Nice.
Man, my words are just not working today. It's a good thing this is my work.
Words are hard. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hurts are indeed.
It'd be like that sometimes.
She successfully seems to calm the lady down enough to convince her that she's going to be okay, because for some unknown reason, she convinced this lady that the 3-foot tall fluffy stage clones are her saviors.
Yeah, we are.
So that's going to be all of Amanda's turn. Marcus,
Great. So
Amanda is in front of you, as is Jack. Just bolted, left you in the dust essentially at this point.
great.
Behind you, your brother just protected you from monstrous attack.
Excellent.
Or well, yeah, his is you. Yeah. So, what are you gonna do?
Question for you. Does that acid spray count as an attack against my brother?
It does not.
Okay. In that case, what I'm going to do, first off, with my standard action, I'm going to use something known as Clever Attack. So, this is a special branch off of Clever Feint. So I'm going to start with that, with a little bluff check. And what I'm picturing is that I'm taking my little gun out and firing and trying to shoot at it in a way like initially it's just like one of those like what kind of things to see to see if I can put it off
what you
balance.
got?
Here we go. That's a 15 on the bluff check.
Against what? I guess my what, sorry?
It's the same DC as a check to feint against.
Well, I just rolled a 16 on the dice.
Ooh. Okay.
So I assume that wins.
Okay, so in that case, with a failure, it will be flat-footed against my attacks, but not against my allies. So, I will take a shot.
Okay. And a flat-footed means -1 to the ACs, right?
I think it's -2.
-2? Okay, perfect. So
and it won't be able to take reactions until the end of its next turn. 23 to hit?
With the -2, that hits.
Great. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. That's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. This is not a magical attack.
No, not a magical attack.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
What kind of projectile are you shooting this thing?
So this is gonna be hang on, let me pull that up real quick. It's a ring fire tactical pistol. So, it
Is it
is
deal?
a single bullet that's accelerated within the null space with electromagnetic force.
So it is a bullet.
Yes.
Okay, which means that there is a spillage of blood that
Oh
happens.
no.
That's fine. That's fine. I built.
Which means that I need
This is fine. Nah, let's do this.
I need
I'm a
his to roll
Solarian.
another reflex save.
Goodness.
Nah, man, it's fine. I built my Solarian this way.
And when
Death,
that
who
happens,
is
you're just like,
she?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can have the next pretzel.
Okay,
You're
so
good.
18 plus 3, 21.
That saves.
Sweet.
You do not get showered with acid.
Thank
I
you.
imagine this time I see it coming, but I just swing my hammer and it just like burns away this acid.
Nice.
Hell yeah. That's exactly what happens. That's canon now. All right.
I'm
Yes.
also going to use a move action.
Mhm.
Now, this is another envoy improvisation. I'm assuming the enemy's within 60 feet of me.
At this point, I believe so.
Great. So, Rakus is going to call out and say, y'all need to stop that guy. And I'm using Get Him, which until the start of
Okay.
my next turn, me and all my allies will gain a +1 morale bonus to attack rolls made against that enemy.
I love it.
Okay, badass.
I love it.
And that's it.
That's the end of your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Just to confirm, your weapon isn't a fire weapon, correct?
What was that?
Is your weapon a fire weapon, or is it just a
No,
weapon that has fire?
just-
in it?
Just a regular weapon.
Okay. At the start of the turn, it's going to heal.
Ooh.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. I got something for it. It's okay.
Right.
It's okay.
It heals a single point.
Oh, thank goodness.
However, given that this tiny creature has injured it severely, it's going to attack you with its
Come on.
multi-attack.
Come on.
So that is 2 attacks against you. That is an 18. No, not an 18, a 15.
Misses.
Ooh.
And then that is a 22.
Barely misses. Wait, it's a kinetic, right? Because he's using a
Yeah, it's using its
misses
tail.
because my KAC is
Yes.
23.
Okay, all right. So it just goes ham at you, but it's used to, it's probably used to fighting creatures larger than you. It's aiming a little bit too high, aiming a little bit too wrong. But then it is going to not do anything. I don't think it can do anything just yet. Okay, that's the end of its turn. Jack, you're up.
I'm gonna stay with these two and keep, like, he's just gonna stay close and like kind of keep as an escort.
For the purpose, sorry, I forgot. For the purposes of the fight, there is acidic piles building around the creature. So
Okay.
just to keep that in mind.
Oh, is it gonna burn a circle around it and then just fall?
I don't know.
Oh no.
So yeah, he's gonna stay with them. He's going to pull out a blaster of his own, and those same like 2 wires are gonna come out of his arm and into the battery and start like overcharging the battery in it.
Mhm.
As I cast, what is it called? Supercharge weapon,
Destroy it.
which means that it will do something next turn.
All right. You jack into your rifle and it begins to charge. And you hear it. It's almost like revving. It's like
Yeah, it makes a nice.
So that's the end of your turn. The secretary is calmer now, but now she's just specifically bothering you, Jack. She's just going like, "What are you waiting for? Kill it!" That's it. She's just gonna be annoying.
Yeah, that's fine.
Roll to be annoying.
That says
Yeah.
chase, but I have learned since that it's actually chance. So, so chance. It's your turn. You're behind the monster.
Am I up on it now?
If you move, you are.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
If you move, you're up against it.
Because you're behind it, and because I'm in
It gets
front of
off.
it, you get a +2 for flanking.
Sick.
Nice. Does the +1 from the get 'em move is to the attack roll?
Yes.
I believe so.
It's
Okay.
to attack only, not damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So I got a +3 technically. So that is a number. The 21 plus 3 is 24.
That is
Yeah.
exactly what you needed to hit. How much damage did you deal?
Again, he's just like seething with anger, and
Okay.
he's just like frothing at the mouth, going. And he punches, and he does 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Dang.
Yes.
That fucking I
Let
did
the
the thing.
hatred flow through you.
You said 17, correct?
Yep.
I would like to ask you a
What else don't
question.
exist.
Are you punching it?
Yeah.
All right. So it's covered in like acid blood right now.
I'm aware.
Cool. I need you to make a reflex save.
All right. He's too angry to realize, so he doesn't care.
That's fair.
That
This
is
is the other one's supposed to be an AoE thing, but because you're specifically punching it, it's not going to affect this turn. like-
17.
17. That is not enough. You take 3d6 of acid.
Ugh.
Cool, man.
Oh,
All right.
That's not, that
All right,
doesn't
you
count.
got this.
Gonna go with the 6. Could have, but I'm not going to. So that is 10 points of damage.
10?
10
10
Of
off of
acid
your
damage.
stamina.
off of your stamina. Correct.
I also wanted to be known that from my frenzy, I gained,
Mhm.
I believe, my level of soldier worth of temporary hit points.
Yes, that is correct.
Correct.
It also says I get a +4 bonus to ignore pain, I guess, for rolls that cause me pain. But yeah, I'm going to attack it again if I can.
You can, yeah.
One last time. That's even without the extra 3. It's a 26.
Yeah.
16 on the die.
That hits.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I just remembered. I have a +3 to damage rolls from the frenzies, so it actually took 20 points of damage that last time.
So minus 3 extra ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then this time it's taken another 20
Another
Nice.
20.
from my punch. And you notice as he's
Oh,
fighting,
yeah.
it's a style that none of you have. I mean, you've seen him do it before because we were a team, but it's always like, what is that? Where's that from? It's like it doesn't make any sense to any fighting style that's been shown today. And he's just
Fan-
going ballistic, just punching. Yeah.
Fantastic. Roll me a reflex save, please.
Yep. I'm prepared. That is a 22.
All right. That saves.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to roll. But that's nice. Is that it? That's the end of your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Cool. Yes, it's your turn.
Well, since I'm still attuning, that means I am at 3, which means I am fully photon attuned, which means I have something fun that happens. So, Chance.
Yep.
Are you, Extel, are you cool with me doing something incredibly awesome, but also potentially dangerous to you?
Yeah.
All right.
Do it.
Anybody who responds to that question would know it's boring.
So,
Yeah.
I am going to use an ability called Supernova. When I am fully photon attuned, as a standard action, I can deal 1d6 fire damage plus 1d6 additional fire damage per Solarian level to all creatures within 10 feet of me. A creature that succeeds a reflex save takes half damage. So I'm essentially casting fireball centered on myself.
Ooh.
However,
That's amazing.
once I use this, I immediately become unattuned. So that means I need to spend another round reattuning and getting my solar weapon up. That is the caveat. I figured this would be a nice point, especially because I see Jack firing up, charging his laser.
I'm gonna charge my laser.
And I see now that that Chance has this thing a little bit distracted. So no, I'm gonna use Supernova.
Okay.
So the reflex save. Let me look just to make sure.
Just rolled an 18 plus it would be 24.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that still definitely saves because I think it's 10 plus half my level plus something. Probably
16.
Yeah, so 3 plus my charisma, I think. Let me check. But I'm pretty sure it still saves. It's still, oh, yes. So it's 10 plus my half my level plus my charisma. So yes, it would be my DC is a 16. So it still saves, but I say Nana, I still have to roll 76.
Dang.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
First one.
Oh, no, go ahead.
First one's 5, 9, 11, 12, 15, 21, and 25. So out of 7, 25 points of fire damage divided by 2.
It is not divided by 2. Because this thing is weak to fire.
Oh,
Snap.
let the
So
sun shine.
16 meets it, right?
Yeah. Well, if it meets, it beats.
Okay, cool. So I'd take half of that then.
You said 27?
27.
Okay.
Let the sun shine.
Round it down or round it up for the damage.
Damage for you, I believe it is round. Is it? I believe it's rounded.
I think it's rounded down, right?
Let me check. Like I said, it's been a bit.
While you check, all of you see. Well, you don't see essentially anything because what once was a very dark place illuminated by a flashlight is transformed into complete blinding light, like staring into the sun for too long, and it eventually dims down. And what little cloth and papers were around are now either in the process of turning into ash or are already ash. Is it full down? Is it up or down?
It's rounded down.
Rounded down. And as you all kind of like readjust to the darkness, you see Chance smoldering, still standing, right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good.
Sick. And you see the monster still standing, but severely injured.
Sick.
Chance is standing there like he felt none of it. He's just kind of still ready to pounce at this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm going to use my move action to back up.
Which is fine because it cannot take a reaction this turn.
Chance, if we're going to go, we need to move now.
That is the end of your turn, correct?
Correct.
Amanda's turn. Amanda's going to hear you say that. And she's going to suggest if you can make it stop moving, we can go around the other side. It'll take a little bit longer, but we can get to the elevator and out quicker and with Lestangent and going through the acid. And that's going to be her turn. She's going to essentially hold her action to begin moving once everybody's here.
Ooh.
That's the end of her. That's the end of her turn. Ruckus.
Okay, so at this point, I realized that me shooting this thing is gonna probably hurt my brother, my teammates more.
Your brother is out of the way now. The only one that would get hurt is Chance.
Oh, okay. Well, Chance is still my brother. We're Skittermanders for life. We're rocking.
Skittermanders for
So,
life.
yeah.
Right.
So, Ruckus is going to just focus on doing a feint, just the
Mhm.
regular clever feint. So first off, I'm gonna do that bluff check. So let's see. 31, baby.
Yo, let's go.
It is not
Nice.
physical. It is impossible for it to roll that high.
Great.
Let's
Great.
go.
So with that, it's like what I'm picturing is that Ruckus kind of like makes a big show of like holding his gun, and he even does like the recoil thing to make it flinch. But then he's gonna look back and call out to Jack and say, "Take care of this, right?" And that'll be it for Ruckus.
Okay. It's now the creature's turn. And it does not get to heal this turn because it took fire damage.
Oh, what's the matter? You little chart up there?
You will hear it in its actual voice go, no. It sounds like it's trying to speak, but it's shard to shit. It's going to attempt to push past you, Chance. It's trying to get away. You get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Right?
It's flat-footed against all of you, since I was able to feint it.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Hold on.
And remember that you also get your frenzy points as well.
Yep. So that is not going to be enough. That's an 8. That's 18.
That's including the flat-footed. The plus the is that +2 to hit to chance or -2?
Oh,
It's
the
a-
get 'em is a +1 to attack rolls, but then the flat foot is -2 to AC.
And you
Yeah.
also do get because you and I we're well, actually no, because I moved out. We are not in flanking, so I apologize.
Yeah. So it is so then it's just plus, I think it's +2 because I get something from Frenzy for that too. So actually it's not 18, it's 17.
Oof.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is not enough. It skitters past you and vanishes into the darkness beyond. Or at least not vanishes. It's still within sight if you have a flashlight put down the hall, which I think you do. Because everybody's paying attention to it, there probably is a light. It moves down the hallway in the direction of what you assume to be a fact. But that is the end of its turn. It just moves away. Jack, it is now your turn.
All right. Well, I've got this thing that's charged up now. I have to fire it.
Yeah, there's some kind of gun that a person mentioned one time that has something to do with that.
Well, I mean, the charge has to go somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
What's the range on that thing?
Take the shot. Take the shot.
the range on this weapon is only 30.
Ooh.
Oh,
And you can't move and release it, right?
No, I can.
Oh, okay.
But you are also further back than the rest of us. Correct?
you can move up to 60 feet in your turn. Now,
You are a Skittermander.
because you're a Skittermander.
I do not have hyper.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you didn't
I
take
took-
that.
I took cautious, which or curious, which overrides hyper.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
So I will allow you to take the shot with a -4.
Oh no. Okay. So I wanna add everything up.
Mhm.
I have 6 naturally.
Okay.
1 from the morale bonus.
Mhm.
-4 makes it only a +3.
Correct.
Is there
Plus
anything
your-
else?
I'm sorry. Did you already add your dexterity modifier to that?
Yes, my base attack is 4, dex is 2.
Gotcha. Okay.
I will say I will consider it flat-footed because it is in the process of fleeing. It is not trying to dodge. It is running away.
Okay, if I
So
haven't
it's-
missed anything, that means I still have to roll either a 19 or 20.
Correct.
Do it. Do it. I'm calling it right now. You got this.
I like this big stuff. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's
big
amazing.
dice.
Big dice for big
Yeah.
You got
rolls.
this. Go
Yes.
big or
Do
go
it.
home.
Come on.
Go big or go
Come
home. Come on.
on.
You got it.
Come
You
on.
got it.
Calling it.
Come on.
It's happening.
I want so badly to do this because
You got to manifest it. You can do it. You can do it.
because I get to roll a fistful of dice for damage.
Yeah.
If I actually hit.
Do it. Do it.
When
Come
you
on, come
hit.
on.
Holy shit!
Yeah. What is it?
No fucking way.
Yes! Yeah, that's what I'm talking
go!
about.
I told you it's gonna happen. Yep.
Yes.
This is because we
Okay.
all believed in you. The power
That's
of friendship.
perfect.
So
Yeah.
is it? Oh, I still need to roll to confirm. Oh
Yes,
fuck!
you have to roll to confirm. But if you don't, even if
needs
you
a
don't
hit.
confirm it, you still hit it.
Yeah, I still hit. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
No, the confirmation is only a 9. That's not
Okay,
happening.
it's a normal
Okay.
hit, but that means you still
still
get to
a
roll a
normal
crap
hit.
ton of dice.
Yeah. So I'm still rolling 6 dice for this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
7, 18, 21, 25 plus 3, 28.
Nice.
Let's go.
It is not fire damage, it is force.
I wanted to ask you one question.
Okay.
How do you want to do this?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
let's go.
I think okay. He's got the gun and it's like vibrating with all this charge that's in it as it's revving up and like getting ready. And he just one shot as the asphalt is a funny word. I'm gonna
It's true.
as it just like hits, and I think from the description this is kind of an energy weapon, so it just like hits the chest and kind of bores through, making a hole just straight through.
I imagine that it's skittering away. Chance just swings and misses. And almost like a Kamehameha wave with its glow, the bullet just straight through everybody. Hits the creature and it just slides on its own acid blood. Just a little bit down the hallway before it just begins to hiss and sink into the ground. Dead.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I like to imagine, because Chance was gonna go after it because he's angry, and I rolled to see whether he would do or not because he's just kind of in a mood right now. He was gonna run, so I imagine he's just kind of standing there screaming at it like, yeah, and then just, just goes by and he's like, whoa, yeah.
As you all kind of stand around celebrating, Amanda's voice of reason comes from behind and she says, "It's not going to stay down for long. Let's go."
Is there one?
Yeah. Everybody, we knew
And-
that already.
As you see, you notice that the hole that it's currently burrowing into its ground from its acidic blood is very similar to the hole that Rackus almost falls into outside of the engineering door.
All right,
You
let's
get-
go.
You get the feeling you have a limited amount of time
Mhm.
before it comes back to life and begins to chase you down.
All right, let's move. Let's move.
Yeah. Running, sprinting.
Chance
However,
is still. Oh, good.
oh no,
I was
you
gonna
want to
say,
do something?
Chance is still like in his frenzy mode. So you just like his footsteps are heavier. They sound like a normal person's footsteps for other scary matters. It sounds like boom, boom, boom as he's running. Just kind of like, yeah.
As you guys rush to the station, some eating pretzels, others rage running. The silence becomes almost has almost the opposite effect. When you went in, you were scared, worried, you didn't know what was going on. Now that you understand what the silence means in relation to the creature, you are aware of the possibility that there is no more sound. If there were more of this creature, you would probably hear it. You would probably hear more. You get the sense that that was potentially the only one, at least the only one in this region. And before long, you make it back to the ship with enough time to spare. You climb aboard. It's a little bit, let's be honest, it's a little bit cramped with 2 full-sized humans in there. But without an issue, wow.
Chance, as we're leaving, he just throws a grenade in there. In fact, he throws all the grenades he has in there. He's trying to blow the station up. Probably not going to work, but he's like, that thing can't leave.
Roll me a d20. Real quick.
14.
Hey, are grenades
13.
considered weapons?
I don't have grenades on me, but I'm assuming that he has some on the ship.
Oh, okay,
Sure.
all right.
Yeah.
As you all
These
fly
are aesthetic
away,
grenades.
as you fly away, you see a little fire cloud that goes out of the port that you just left behind. It's not impressive, but that's for you guys. That's a huge explosion. But for normal sized people,
Hair blown
it's
back.
okay.
Yeah. None of us are
But
looking
that's-
at it.
Yeah, true.
Now that's what I call heartbreak.
There it is. And that is going to be the end of the workshop. Thank
Hell
you
yeah.
so much to everybody, viewers at home and players, for putting up with me. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. Matt, take it
Yeah.
away.
Thank you so much, Joel. You have been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for, allowing us to experience our own little alien adventure here. And of course, to all our viewers, y'all have been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you to our players for being so wonderful.
Yeah.
Before we roll out, I will have each of our players and, of course, our incredible GM go through who they are, who they were tonight, and anything that they might have to promote where you might be able to find them. So let's start off with Wombat with Joel on deck.
Well, it seems to be that time again. Hello, everybody. If you enjoyed the shenanigery of High Inquisitor Squirtle, or HISS for short, then you are going to love what I do with Tales of Adventure Agents of Boo, as I am not only the showrunner, but also the Dungeon Master. Come join us every other Saturday at 12 p.m. CST as I take a bunch of my victims who are secret agents tasked to hunt monsters, kill wizards, and get loot in a homebrewed Magitech diesel punk setting. You can always follow us along on our Twitter and Instagram of @agents_of_boo. If you want to know where I am, you can find me on my Instagram of @Corrado Vermil. That is @CURADOVERMILLE. And on Twitter of @KingDapperWombat. That is @KNGDAPPRWOMBAT.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Wombat. Let's go over to Joel with Justin on deck.
Hi, I'm Joel, and I am actually going to talk about a few of the things that I do because I think they're pretty cool. I, among many other things, I am a TTRPG designer. I'm currently designing a TTRPG that the only reason it even exists is because I wanted to convince my players and my friends to make Sonic OCs. And the more they read about it, the more convinced I am that I'll turn them into Sonic fans if they aren't already. I also just recently released, so to speak, a TTRPG platform called Take Your Role, which is about allowing POC players to run their games with majority POC or all POC tables. We've got some games in the works. There's going to be some bunkers and badasses on there, some Vampire the Masquerade, some where Glitter Hearts is going to be amazing. It's like my new thing. I've been incredibly busy. You can find that at Take Your Role on Twitter. It's pretty new. We're not currently running anything, but we are in the process of getting stuff ready. It's my baby, and Excel has been helping me a lot. So it's POCs from the very top all the way down because we need more of that in the space. It's very important to me. Beyond that, I have a Patreon where I publish all my stories. I'm a storyteller. I've been telling stories for almost 20 years now. I have a library for just $1. You get an entire library of 20 years of storytelling that continues to grow every day. I also have a coffee where I'm going to start posting the art because I bought this thing. I literally got it today. I've started doodling because I want to learn to do digital art, and I'm going to be posting every single thing that I make on my coffee.
Nice.
Because I want to learn it, and I want the internet to hold me accountable for it.
Hell
real.
yeah.
And then
You can always trust the internet to hold you accountable.
Oh, hell yeah. For sure. You can find me on all of those places and kind of more just using SetXShadowXZ, which is my ad everywhere. That's all I got.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joel. Let's go over to Justin with X still on deck.
Hi, I'm Justin, and I played Jack today, and I fucked up my like action 80s voice at the very beginning and just rolled with it.
Nice.
There you go.
You can find me working with a lot of people on one shots and short projects. I will actually be over on Random Rhapsody's channel tomorrow at roughly the same time, playtesting Magi Knights, which is a D&D 5e hack that they've kind of tried to shove Sailor Moon and Power Rangers into. So you get to see me play Magical Boy. Beyond that, I am primarily on the Bard Rock Cafe podcast, which you can find Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere, which is a 5e podcast, a D&D 5e played pretty straight, but every single cast member has wild magic.
Dang.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
That sounds amazing.
It is so much fun. So our GM actually bought some custom wild magic tables. So each player has their own wild magic table.
Oh my gosh.
Based on their class.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Beautiful.
And it's incredible. We're nearing the end of an arc right now, but we're about to start a new thing with a guest, Marty from Wayfaring Strangers.
Nice.
So we're about to start a tournament arc.
Oh, sick.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
It comes out every other Tuesday. Hit us up.
Hell yeah. Well,
Next.
thank you very much.
I'm bad at
Justin.
ending.
No, you're good. That's so awesome. Well, let's take it over to Xstill with myself on deck.
Hello, I am Xtel, aka at Xtro the King on Twitters. Like Joel's talking about, I'm the community manager / social media manager, are the same thing. Over at Take Your Role. Yeah, like Joel was saying, we got some cool projects coming up. It's exciting. It's gonna be a great time. Follow us. Yeah, I'm on another stream, Talking XP, Monday nights, 7:30 p.m. PST for Cursus Strahd. That's also a great time. Stop by if you can. I also have a Ko-fi where I offer to DM one shots for you and up to 3 friends, $5 per person. For D&D or VTM, it's a great time. So if you want, come on by. I also write a story over there, which I post regularly on. You can also find me here sometimes in Chaotic Wonderful. We do a Wander Home campaign every other Thursday. I believe the next one is next Thursday.
I forgot that I am also on that.
Yes.
It's okay. I got both of us. It's all right.
Yeah.
But you can find me here for that and a couple other things that are coming up. I had fun. I played Chance McCracken.
Chance McCracken.
His catchphrase was, "That's what I call heartbreak." I don't know if he got that, but
No, I
Yeah,
don't. I don't think I
great time.
got that. I think you had to say it like maybe 10 more times.
that's what I call. You just count it out 1, 2, 3. Yeah, but I had a great time. And thank you all.
Just
for
get it.
having
Just
me.
put it on a soundboard.
Right.
Yeah, to put on a soundboard.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Xtel. And of course, I've been Matt. I was Rakus tonight. You can find me everywhere as Improv and D&D. And well, before we sign off, I do want to let y'all know, of course, Chaotic Wonderful, we do have coming up this Thursday, we have our part 3 of our ongoing Vesson mini campaign. So I hope y'all will check it out. We'll see if my character will survive or not. It's been a rough time for him, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, once again, thank y'all so much for being here. You've been absolutely incredible. We really appreciate the support. And well, remember, in this crazy world out there, always embrace the chaos and stay wonderful. Take care, everybody.
Have a good night.